Okay, so yeah, where we left off, it was the morning of the election, uh, and Cassia ended up winning, the knight who wants to put more money towards the military and fighting the shadows.
Mm.
And we have some of the crew investigating in the knowledge bank. They discovered that the rock is called Dragon's Tooth, and that it lies somewhere in the High Hrim Mountains in Sungar. The other group has gone to the jail to try and free Mira and Kit, and Antal is back in the inn, just kind of hanging out. Everyone should be on 01A Kingbridge Streets, and that's where everyone is. Everyone's token.
Huh.
Yep.
It looks like you got Fosty and the Sons talking to some guards outside of the jail. Do we want to finish up what's going on inside of the knowledge bank first, or do jail time funsies? I think the knowledge bank was almost done, so maybe we can finish that up. If there was anything else you guys wanted to... Oh, I think you asked if they had any information on Solana, and that's where we left.
Yes.
Anything about the third age, just in general.
About who?
The third age.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, here, let me get this thing real quick. They have nothing on Solana. It appears that she's quite mysterious, and there's no information in here that pertains to her. As for the third age, what were you guys looking for? Like anything specific?
Can't really go to the library and be like, hey, give me a book on 1500 AD.
I mean, you probably could.
I mean, actually, you can.
I wouldn't think so, because medieval times, sure, that's broad enough, and a specific thing that happened in 1500, sure, but just that year.
Oh, well, you see, I was thinking more like the third age, which is not a specific year, but a fairly
that's
long
probably
time
more like
period.
medieval times.
Yeah.
Age.
So are you guys looking for just a broad what happened, or?
I don't remember why we were asking about the third age.
I just brought it up to see if we could figure out any more info that might help us. So yeah, I was just looking for anything really.
Okay, so the third age was basically right after magic was discovered. That was during the second age. When it really took off, and everyone was arguing about how to use magic and what it was for, and this created organized religion, and that was kind of the governing force that the third age was. New deities spawning and new organized religious groups, new cults that all worshipped these different gods that they thought would give them, the power that magic had to offer. And the whole era was kind of defined as an era of creation and establishing religious systems that still govern the world today.
Oh, actually, here's a super duper fundamental question about the world that I sort of have. So in regular D&D, divine magic and arcane magic are separate things. Is that true in this world as well?
No, magic is basically you use mana to create magic, to use spells. Mana is basically energy. Think of it as just a type of energy that exists in the world. And people believe that you can better harness energy or get more access to energy through, prayer, essentially. But they are the same thing.
Cool. That was my question.
Penelope, you'll say, okay, thanks for coming into the library.
You mean the knowledge bank?
Oh, yes.
Did we find out where the dragon's tooth came from? I forget.
Literally the voice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's in the the orc place.
Yeah, Sungar.
Yeah. And it's,
okay.
It's like it's rock that gets infused with magic.
That got infused with magic a long time ago. You can't make more of it by just infusing some rock with magic. But it's right on the coast, so we could take a boat there from like literally any port.
Except we decided that instead we're going to go to the other place. We don't know about that. Just
Yes.
illegal game state.
Yes, and I will remind you guys that when you left Rechka, Mully Candlehelm did say that if you knew the name of the stone, he might know where to get some. So that's another option that you guys have, is to go back to him and talk to him.
So we could talk to him instead of going to the orc zone.
Yeah, you can either go straight to the orc zone, or you could go back to him and talk to him first, whatever you guys want to do. But as Robert pointed out, that's all after we do. You guys are going to go investigate the destroyed town of Enzai.
Where is Enzai?
It is in the desert region.
Would Mully
Kahali.
be en route to there?
It's kind of out of the way.
Hmm.
You can see it's in the south part of the desert region, near where Jirash's home is. Ramisi, it's in like the savannah.
Ramisi.
Ramses.
Okay, so Vetra, Jirash, and Marcus, Penelope will see you out of the Grand Knowledge Bank.
Okay.
Get seen out on.
Well, mission successful. Now, if we get kicked out of this town, we will not have missed out on our chance to learn.
Indeed. Very faithful in the Sons and Vostia's plan.
Mm.
You've got like 5 heads working together.
Oh yeah.
Probably about like a ninth of the team's brain power right there.
Pretty solid.
All right, we'll go over to the jail where Fostia and the Sons are outside. Have you guys like approached the guards yet? Or are you kind of like
No, we're not yet.
okay?
Just loiter around, like, looking at them.
Yeah.
Hands in your pockets, hoods up.
All right.
I don't think any of
I'm a
us
character, I'm a
have
character.
any pockets.
I have pockets.
Yeah, well, we don't.
Suck it.
Don't discriminate.
No one has pockets in jail.
Yeah, your pockets were confiscated. They were sewn up.
All right. Just to be clear, Kit and Mira are down in this jail, and they got in trouble, and they did some pretty silly stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think we've got a good enough reason.
Oh yeah, Baz's plan will definitely work. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna, like, stand up extra straight.
The Suns, before the guards are in sight of our group, are going to just start running around in circles really fast to try and tire themselves out.
Okay.
And then, with an exhausted look on their faces, they're going to approach, with Fostia, approach the jail.
All right.
Did you find him?
No, one knight looks to the other. Find who?
We're from the GPG, the Grimshaw Psychiatric Group. We've been traveling all over looking for one of our patients and his nurse. Have you seen anyone with funny blue hair and a nurse with pointy ears?
Knight looks at the other knight again. We may have.
Really? Oh, that's terrific. Dr. F, did you hear that? They found him.
That's good. He'd be pretty hard to miss. He was in a bit of a state when he went off on his own all of a sudden.
Oh, you see, Dr. F here provides electroshock therapy to her patients.
I'll kind of give a little crackle.
And Kit didn't receive his proper treatment before going on his daily walk with his nurse. So I'm sure he's caused some ruckus, and that's why he's in the jail, right?
Well, yes, we don't just arrest people for doing nothing here in Rentham. Not like you probably do in Grimshaw.
Right.
My racism senses are tingling.
Well, listen, if our patient doesn't get his proper treatment, he might die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this, by the way, for this whole thing.
You use go for bluff. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. He will be processed within the next couple days, and you'll be notified of his sentencing.
Dr. F, what should we do? He's gonna die down there.
Yes, I think that should just give us a chance. At least let us see him and see if we can make him a bit better. I mean, maybe maybe we could calm him down, and then perhaps, well, we could see where we go from there. But please, I must see him. Even if only to just make sure that his nurse is okay. I don't know if he would have turned on her.
Roll a diplomacy check.
I'll roll a diplomacy check.
The knight looked to the other knight, exchanged a glance for a few seconds. Very well, we'll let you see him and tend to this patient. I will go notify one of our superiors here. What did you say the organization is again that you work for? Looking at Fostia?
The GPG, Grimshaw Psychiatric Group.
Okay. I'll return. This knight will accompany you. We've had some bad luck as of late with keeping prisoners.
Same with us with patients.
And this knight will say, "Follow me. They're in this first cell here."
Oh. You know, I do a little bit of guard work myself. We dwarves, we look over the asylum in Grimshaw. You know, it's tough work.
Of course, these aren't
Talking to me?
these aren't the only guards that we have, but all of our guards are dwarves.
Only the good ones are, though.
I see. Get to it. Make sure he doesn't harm whoever's in there. Should we be separating them if he is truly a danger in his psychiatric state?
Well, could you,
It looks like he may have tried to light the hay on fire in that room. So
Oh! By golly, you're right!
it may be a good idea, but please let us attend to him and see if we can't right this.
The knight will open up the cell and let you in.
Is he standing right at the door?
Oh,
Yeah.
I now notice that they're in the cell. I didn't realize they're actually in the jail yet.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's
They're
standing
just
right by the door.
What are you doing here? Do you know what they did to me?
I've heard.
Kit? Do you know what Kit tried to do? We were just coming down here. I just wanted to.
Listen, what's the Sons have come up with a plan, kind of.
A frog!
Don't listen. The important thing is that you're supposed to be his nurse, and he's supposed to be my patient, and he needs me to come in here and do this to him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he needs you to come in here and do that to him a hell of a lot more.
Am I in earshot distance of this?
You're
You're
literally
like,
being
you're like 10 feet
tased.
away. Yeah, you're currently being tased.
What?
I
You
literally
are being-
just walked in and zapped you.
I'm gonna need a roll for that.
Wait, what?
You can't just walk in and tase me.
You need to hit him again!
Kind of like, come on, kid. You aren't yourself. You need to calm down, and maybe the nice guard will let you come with us.
Stop tasing me!
He's not responding to the treatment!
I'm not. Are you sure this really works?
Well, if it doesn't, our lives are at stake. All of us, everyone in this jail. So you better damn hope it works.
Maybe we
Alright.
should keep trying. Maybe we should just keep
That's
trying.
Everyone out. If our lives are at stake, I'm not having you bring down this entire jail.
If we can bring him back to the asylum, we can give him proper treatment there. This is not a proper location.
We're talking with our superior now. Just everyone out of the cell. Please, electrical nurse child.
Excuse me.
We're gonna grab Kit.
The prisoners must remain until my superior comes back. We will talk with
One
her.
dwarf on each limb of Kit. Just like waits. Alright. Can we bring him outside? Maybe some fresh air would help him more.
You have ears. The prisoners stay here.
Fair enough, fair enough. Nurse, could you assist us?
He's
You are
right.
the nurse here. They are the prisoners.
I'm striking the guard.
What?
Okay.
Okay, it's fine.
Wow, he is
You're in a
beefcake.
combat situation.
I'm gonna sit down.
Kid's having deja vu.
What does that mean?
All right. We are in combat. The Suns can have their first turn. We'll have. You guys can arrange your initiative how you'd like. It'll go two of you
yeah.
in the night. If Mira is participating.
It's a really good question.
That is a good question.
And Kit and Fausti as well, if you are participating.
Well, I was meaning to like have dialogue go along with that, but like, could I do that?
Yeah, you can say something.
I was gonna say-
to hit him.
You bloody fool! This whole place is gonna explode.
Oh,
If he
that's
doesn't get
all.
his treatment.
And I ordered you to stand down. Now you have hit an
Well, now you're
officer
putting
of
the life-
law.
You're putting everyone's lives at risk in this facility. Do you call yourself a protector of the people? I'm gonna let your supervisor know.
He's going to hit the Suns. He says, and he
Like
draws
all of
his
them,
sword
or-
and slashes him and says, "You are from Grimshaw. How do I know you're not telling a lie about all of this? We just had a prison break yesterday. We do nothing without the authority of my supervisor. You can tell him everything that just happened. I'm sure he'll throw you in jail for assaulting me. Now, we will get out of here, leave the prisoners inside, or I'm putting you all in one of these chambers."
He's right. You know, it's where we belong.
Belong back to the asylum.
I can see that Kit has gotten to you. You need to snap out of it.
You should have been here to see what they were doing. We just came here to talk.
Forgot you can't like knock people out in D&D. Too bad.
You can't just get with a cheap shot.
It already worked
Mira's
once.
gonna walk back into the cell. gonna actively walk back and oh god, what happened to me?
Sorry.
And sit down on the bench.
Alright, I'm going to walk back behind Kit. What's the best way to do this? I guess it's a stealth check. I want to tell him to start unleashing magical fury. Like he's about to explode.
I'll whisper back, I can't by these anti-magical.
I don't know what he's saying, but I have a feeling it's BS.
Kit
Brendan,
said that they put anti-magical shackles on them.
Yeah.
Remember, that's why he could only do a little spark on the hay because
Oh,
he's
really?
wearing anti-magical shackles.
He's cuffed.
Oh, forgot about
Well.
that.
I will notice the anti-magical cuffs. Say, oh, well. Very well. I apologize for the misunderstanding. Come, guards, let us go outside. Don't think that this jail cell is necessarily any danger, but I mean, I'm worried for our patient. But if you're okay with having that on your conscience, then I suppose there's nothing for it but to wait for your superior.
I'm glad you can think rationally. Now, prisoners back in the cell. You two, let's go back outside.
The Sons are gonna murmur to themselves about magic cuffs. Of course they have magic cuffs. Boss, you didn't think of that, you idiot!
Mira's sitting inside, like, head down, hanging below her knees, just shaking her head. Can't believe that they freaking tried to start another fight in this jail.
It is deja vu, baby.
Deja vu all over again.
Yeah, Kit will just start laughing to himself.
Of course he will.
All right, and we're gonna go outside. Give me 1 sec here.
Where is Antal? I forget. Oh, right, yeah.
Literally laying low on the ground.
Possibly.
Yes. Just like a bearskin rug. Swamp.
Oh, let me tell you, I'd like an Antal skin rug right now.
Meanwhile, over this covered bridge, all the inner party are noticing that we have fewer and fewer people every time we meet them.
The Sons are also thinking to themselves why they're the ones trying to break these people out of prison when freaking Vetra has a good reputation with the Knights.
No. There's
The
some
way it is.
questions that we just can't answer about this whole situation, I think.
No. You're right.
That's true.
There's some questions.
Yeah, maybe.
Answers to.
All right, give us the alpha fancy armor guard.
He is right here.
Oh, he's way too cool. Does he have what? He has parapets on his pauldrons?
Mhm.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Girl, you got some parapets on your pauldrons.
Wow.
Do you ever just need
That
to
is-
have tiny men defending your shoulder from arrows?
Yeah.
His little fairies defending his shoulders from aggro.
Okay.
And he approaches and he walks very slowly, and his arm clanks as he moves forward until it's extremely heavy. And he walks up, and this guard explains to him everything that just occurred down in the cell. And the other one has already informed him, where you guys are from and why you're here. And
Oh, so they told him who we are.
So he knows that you're from the psychiatric institution in Grimshaw, and that you're here about your nurse and your rogue patient. And then the other night told him that like you tried to heal him, and like apparently it wasn't working, and that he got like hit by the suns, and he had to hit the suns back.
Tattle. Tail.
And Sir Cedric will say, "What is the meaning of all of this? Why are you here from Grimshaw? How did your patient get up here?"
The Suns are gonna look down to the ground in shame and say that we got distracted at our posts and we're in charge of making sure that we're not only in charge of our posts, but also in charge of making sure that patients get their proper treatments. You know, their scheduling, and we just horribly messed up with this one patient. He did not get his electroshock therapy on the scheduled day, and he went out in public to get to have his daily walk, and he went haywire. It's our responsibility. The Suns will take responsibility for this patient going out and being and wreaking havoc.
All right, let's roll another bluff check.
All right. Oops. Hold on.
Seems like a far way for him to go if he just got lost on a walk.
Well,
Now, let me tell you, I've been working as a knight here for generations, and I know a thing or two about Grimshaw. And frankly, I don't really care how exactly he got here or who you two are. All I know is that you say he's your responsibility, so then if you want him, it will be your responsibility to bail him out.
Are we talking coin?
Yes.
How,
All right.
how much?
Oh, well. Usually I'd say maybe around 15 for the crimes that they've committed, but seeing as you've attacked one of my knights and you're from a region we've been waging war against for the past 50 years, let's make it 21,000.
Oh. The Suns are gonna look to Dr. F.
Well,
And judging by the fact that he's such a danger, you best get the money sooner rather than later, or we'll just have to kill him.
well, we obviously don't have those sorts of funds with us while we're traveling, especially since we've only come this far chasing him.
Well, just take
We
a
didn't
short
think
walk.
that
I'm
he was
sure
going to
you won't
be-
be able to. You'll be able to get back to Grimshaw in no time.
We didn't think that our patient would be ransomed.
Ransomed? Do you know what he did here in this town?
No.
I can
And
piece together an idea, but
he assaulted one of my guards and broke fugitives out of our jail. These weren't just normal fugitives. They're actually some of the shadow mouths. Do you see the sky up there? Do you know why it's here? Do you know who's trying to consume the world by evil? This man is. He's a cohort with the shadow mouths. He's performing a ritual that turned the sky red last night.
no, he's just a mage that has become a bit unhinged, and therefore he tends to seek the company of other similarly inclined magicians, which unfortunately means the shadow mouths in a lot of cases.
And the nurse, too, I'm sure that she just went along with this whole thing because she has some disorder as well.
No, the
I doubt that she did anything wrong.
Why did she not resist breaking out the shadow mouths from this prison? she was partaking in the ritual when we entered the building.
Really? It's possible that she was threatened by the patient. I mean, ordinarily he is kept under control and can't be much of a threat to her, but considering that, as you well guessed, their short walk turned into a long escapade. He has been missing from the asylum for nearly a week now. He has returned to his full strength and could very easily overpower her. It may indeed be that he has been holding her hostage this time.
Well, 21,000 is bail.
Well, as I said, we cannot get you those funds soon. We could get you a portion of them, most likely, but we would need to get in contact with our asylum and then see about getting you the rest.
What did they do with my gear and gold when they put me in jail?
Everything is confiscated except for your clothes.
Do I get to keep my hat?
Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
Worth.
constitutes as clothes. Well, when you have the money, just let me know. Don't worry, those prisoners aren't going anywhere. And he will begin to clank off.
Well, might I suggest that you make sure that your magical cuffs are working properly? Because if not, I don't know what he will do.
Wasn't Kit still able to make some sparks with his magical cuffs on?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was.
Very well, let's see what we can do about getting that money.
Yep, it's our only choice. I mean, yeah, let's go. Or we're gonna start walking off. Or they've really got themselves up shit's creek, eh? Maybe Vetra knows this guy. Although I don't really know how we could get her involved with our little shindig, our little psychiatric group.
Would be difficult. We could potentially say that she works for us, but I'm mostly just hoping we could find some way to gather the money in time. At this point, I don't see much else for it. I suppose that we'll have to make those three work off their debt to the party or something.
Well, we could ask Vetra about her connections and see what she has to say. I think it's worth a shot.
Let's do that.
All right.
Look for the rest of the party and I guess find them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You guys can find them as you're like maybe walking back to the inn.
Yeah,
It's probably where you guys would be going. Here, they're not going to be around.
vanished.
Vanished. Shadow.
Shadow Realm.
Well, we might go looking for them next. We're gonna hit up everyone in the world for cash.
Oh, I know Carlson's not here.
I
But-
can probably tell you what you need to know about Vetra if you need to know stuff about Vetra.
The Sons are under the assumption that Vetra has a strong positive connection with the Knights of Rentham, and thinks that she might know who Sir Cedric is in some way, shape, or form.
That's right. She's well known enough by them that we couldn't just say that she works for us because they'd be like, no, Vetra doesn't work for any psych facility.
Sure. Do a local knowledge for for Vetra, and you can have advantage on it because it's dealing with the Rentham Knights. So Vetra does know Knights of Rentham. She doesn't specifically know Sir Cedric because she's mainly worked in around the Sylph Palace with the elves. That's where she's been living, is with the elves. She hasn't actually lived in Kingsbridge, but she's done some work for the Knights and some training with the Knights as well. It's how she's kind of like friendly with them, and they kind of know who she is. She's heard of Sir Cedric though. He's one of the higher ups in terms of the Knights here in Kingsbridge, and he has been leading some of the campaigns into Darkenmore. Rentham has been battling Darkenmore for pretty much the past 1,000 years, trying to cleanse it of a perceived evil. Rentham, is like we're the good, we're the Knights, and Darkenmore is the dark and the evil. So they've kind of been clashing for years, and Sir Cedric has been at the forefront of dealing with those battles. He's fought on the front line himself many a time, and now he mainly does training for Knights who go to fight.
The freaking Ode is gonna slap Baz across the face for picking Grimshaw of all places to have the psychiatric group.
It was not the best place to choose.
But we're learning.
Yes, this is
okay.
all about learning.
So
No. Well, yes. See, here, this quest, we're learning that this is not like Raven War. This is not you guys are like the bad guys and can do whatever you want because you're evil. This is
we're learning how to actually play like a role-playing game.
Exactly. Which
rather
I
than
think
just
why
beating
we're
our way
having
through
a lot of struggle with this quest is because I think in Raven War, the things that you guys would have done up until now would have worked. But I'm kind of showing you guys that I'm expecting a little bit different from you guys this time around, so that this doesn't turn into Raven War again.
That's. I'm trying to have my character be a foil to my previous character, who would have eagerly engaged in a drunken fistfight with some guards, or either of my previous characters, really.
Well,
Yeah, so
they asked for 21,000 gold.
We'll explain to them that they want just more gold than we have.
Get 21,000 gold.
It's a good question. I mean, we can do some work. We can.
Okay, wait a second. Perhaps we can arrange some form of actual deal where, obviously, the guys who were personally victimized by our friends and also their immediate supervisor would, of course, not be amenable to letting our people out of jail. However, thankfully for us, we do actually have some connections that are above their heads. For one thing,
the
three
Night
of us
Lady one.
actually worked with the person who just won the treasury seat. In addition to this, Vetra probably has some contacts. So what we, I think, need to do is go talk to someone in a position of authority, even if not directly over the jail people, someone with enough pull to get a deal that would get them released and offer them something that they want enough for it to be worth letting some low-end criminals out. Which I think may, in fact, be something we have, which is, so the sky is red, if I understand correctly?
It was red last night, but it has returned to its, kind of gray, dark, overcasty self.
Okay. Is there a way for us to figure out whether it's going to turn red again tonight? Like, is this like a continuous problem, or basically the whole sky turning red thing is probably a issue that some people are not okay with. It's possible that it will continue turning red, in which case they would probably be willing to release our friends in exchange for us making the sky not be red anymore. Or if maybe we could find out like why the sky turned red and what that did. Like, I'm assuming that the sky turning red was a byproduct of some other more nefarious scheme, that the whole scheme wasn't just to turn the sky red. I mean, that sounds like, like not something that any self-respecting villain would do.
I mean, maybe, but we're not sure if the Shadow Mouths are even, like, very legit. Like, they might just suck so much that turning the sky red is about the best they can do.
That's possible, in which case...
It's kind of a risky bet to take, though.
Yeah, well, basically, what I'm trying to say is, if we need to, regardless of what the actual reason the sky is red is, the fact of the matter is that right now, no one knows why the sky was red, or whether it's going to turn red again, or anything. So, if we go to someone, promise to deal with the red sky situation, and we may be able to work out a deal that gets those two released in exchange for our fixing the sky, or discovering why, what those guys were up to. Because, that could be a great public service that would help all the people of the city.
Is this the kind of culture, though, that would make a deal to release a prisoner? I don't think it is. They seem like very hard-assed. I mean, it's worth a shot, but I just don't see that as, like, something that would work with Rentham. Or Kingsbridge, rather.
Well, I mean, basically, we got, roughly speaking, 3 options here. 1, we can make a deal with someone, like I'm proposing. 2, we can pay 21,000 gold, which we do not have, in order to get them out of prison. Or 3, we could...
We force them out in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, in some very illegal activity in order to get them out, such as directly breaking them out of prison, or committing some form of robbery or fraud in order to acquire 20,000 gold to get them out of prison. And that option is, well, I'm just going to say, I spent my entire life up to this point living in the most politically corrupt city in the entire world. And I managed to go that whole time without ever getting myself involved with something like this. And I come here, with you guys, and most importantly, that Antal guy, and this happens. And I do not want to end up having to break someone out of prison like some sort of thug when perfectly diplomatic options have not yet been exhausted. So I think we should go talk to some people.
All right, speaking of diplomatic options, while these guys are speaking among themselves, I'm going to try to flag down a guard if he's patrolling inside the jail cell.
Sure. There's a guard who was doing some paperwork.
Oh yeah, let's flag him down, buddy.
And you can flag him down.
All right. Excuse me, guard?
Yes, nurse.
Is there going to be a trial at any point for us? Are we going to have an option to state our case and see ourselves sentenced?
Yes.
Might I know when that's going to happen?
We have a few criminals to process, and I'm under the assumption that perhaps this may not be settled here in Rentham. So it could be a few days.
Okay. I was hoping I'd have a chance to speak to somebody and have my case heard, because if that happens, I think I might be able to help you catch the third member of our party before he escapes. I know he's very wily, and I expect that he's running away at this very moment. But I've gotten to know him fairly well, and I think I might know at least who he's hanging out with, if not where he's going.
Wow, we worked really hard on the psychiatric thing.
So,
Throws it away.
how exactly did this third member fit into this whole thing? They also a nurse of some kind?
I am a citizen of Kingsbridge, actually, and I know a little bit about the legal situation around here, and I do know that if I divulge all this information to you now, I may lose whatever hope I have to be sentenced lightly in the future. So if I'm going to divulge this information, I would request I do so in the presence of some form of judge or executioner of the law.
Very well.
Also, I would request to be separated from this crazy man here. He actually is insane. I know that those people out there who the other two that came in here and spoke with us, they may have seemed a bit flustered, but this man actually is insane.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to last the night with the insanity that he is, but I'm sure that tomorrow morning I can arrange with you to speak with a judge, if what you're saying is true about you being a citizen here in Kingsbridge. What is your name?
My name is Mira. You actually, you may know my mother. She is known for the information that she brokers around here. You may know our... Ooh, what is this? Yep. Our family name. I am Mire Felea Ekaroto Berara. Perhaps you've heard of me? Or my family?
Perhaps. I'll check the records.
Thank you. And I'll go and sit down and sort of stare over at Kit.
Kit will talk to Mira. Saying, what are you planning?
Don't mess this up for me, too.
It's your fault we're in this in the first place.
Do tell!
I don't have time to talk with you. I got my own plan I'm working on.
Tell me, how many frogs are involved in this plan? 1, 2, 1,000?
Oh, God.
I'm done with frogs.
Good. Wow, that is the first sane thing I have heard you say the entire time we have been in this country.
How am I still talking? He's going to go over and start working on his plan.
Mira's going to close her eyes so she doesn't see. And scene.
Okay. Back to here, give me 1 sec here.
Actually,
Okay.
get rich quick or die trying with Marcus.
Yes. And this group is now going to see all of you and approach. And Althea will say, any luck finding him? And we'll say, we haven't had sight of that bastard hunter. He's not going to get away with this. Didn't forget how you left off with these guys, did you?
Nope.
Oh, that's right. We said we were going to be looking for Antal. By the way, do we actually know where Antal is?
No. Or do we?
He was in the inn when you
I
guys
don't
left
know.
this morning.
Okay, so he might
He spent
still
the
be
night
in
with
inn.
you guys in the inn. So yes, have you heard any word? And what's happening with your other party members?
Well, they are indeed in jail. and it sounds like Antal got them into something real bad. And so we're not actually sure how we're going to get them back. We also haven't found Antal.
All right.
So
Well.
nothing but bad news here.
I suppose that we can keep looking, but we're gonna have to head back to Canterville tomorrow morning. Or sorry, not to Canterville, to Enzai, to check out the town that's disappeared. We don't want to waste too much time around here. Gotta check it out well. The trail is fresh. Maybe find some clues. So hopefully this can be resolved in a day, and tomorrow morning you can decide if you're going to be accompanying us to Enzai, or if you'll still have matters here to attend to. But best of luck.
We're gonna need it.
Let us know if we can assist you with anything.
Do you have a large amount of gold?
So Ostia actually asking that?
Like, kind of very, very quietly.
I will if she's not.
Like how quietly? Like are you gonna roll a stealth check quietly? Like, do you want them to hear?
Like, she wants them to hear it, but it's very, very quiet. She just did a lot of talking. And it did not go well.
Yasmin will come up. Oh, we have some gold, sweetie. What? Are you hungry? Do you want something? I know this has all been probably really stressful for you.
Could I get like 50 loaves of bread made out of solid gold? No, it's never mind.
Okay, well, if you need anything, just tell your Auntie Yasmin. They'll begin to walk away.
Well, we have the start of a plan, right? Gonna talk to your candidate, or I guess now the treasurer.
As start as any.
God damn it!
Hey guys, I've got to go now. I may be back later.
All right.
Okay, Foka. See ya.
All right. Well, I guess that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go talk to, or try and schedule an appointment with the treasurer.
Okay. Let's do this.
Either she helps us, or we get to stage a plan to rob the treasury, just pull out a huge heist. No downsides.
Campaign is going off the rails.
No, not this time.
Not
like
this.
this. Not here. Not now.
Not here, not now.
We won't make the same mistakes as other characters.
You know what's a great idea? Walk into the jail, fight the guards, escape.
We almost got there.
Third time's the charm, guys. Like, really?
See, I didn't make any of these mistakes last time, so I gotta get them in.
It's true.
Zelius was very mild-mannered.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm banking mine. I'm saving up. I hope you guys are ready for campaign 4, where my character just kills everyone on sight
Ooh, I'd like to see it.
to make up for Celeste, Aloe, Harmony, Faustia.
That's gonna be. That's a lot of build-up you got there.
It's like when someone does like the huge run up to go off the springboard,
Exactly.
How many of you are going to meet with Cassia?
Well,
And is
we're
anyone
gonna-
going to go like check on Antal first or anything?
Man, screw that guy. What's he ever done for us? Other than like kill
Okay,
us.
so big question: are the Sons and Fostia also going to meet Cassia?
Yeah, I mean,
Sure, why not?
we're not doing anything else.
I mean, hey, our story might make her a little more sympathetic towards us.
I mean, are we still gonna keep the whole idea that Kit is an insane, deranged person, and we're looking after him?
I mean, I think that's better than, hey, let out this criminal.
Okay, yeah, let's go with it.
Although, that being said, the insane thing does carry with it the whole Grimshaw thing, which is not the best.
Well, I mean, that seed's already been sown. I think we're just gotta go with it.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, we should probably be there just so like we're consistent, you know?
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna let the rest of the party members know about the GPG and what our failed attempt at the release of Kit and Mira.
Although Foster will express that she doesn't want to do much more talking.
Oh yeah, Fostia and Sons. You guys. Oh, you already have inspiration, Fostia. Sons, you can definitely get inspiration for.
What? I used my inspiration.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. But you used it on the thing that you like would have got inspiration
exactly.
for. So yeah.
You can't
Okay.
you can't get the resets.
Yeah. No reasons. Does Mira have inspiration? Yes. Okay.
Oh, I have that, but I also have the free one.
Yes. True. Okay. You guys are able to arrange a brief meeting with Cassia. She's very busy as newly elected official, government official. But she will see you for a few minutes late in the evening. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do these bad boys.
So, Josh, you were with the group that was in support of Cassia, right?
Oh, Dan's out of the room.
Okay, I think he was.
Voila, it's nighttime.
Because he's the only, IRL representative of that group.
Yeah.
So.
While Dan's gone, this guard is gonna come back and say, "Mira, you're to come with me."
Very well.
And he is going to take you out of the prison, and he says, "We searched for your name in the system, and your mother's name came up, and she's arranged for you to meet with a judge."
Thank you. I appreciate you passing the word along. I will not forget this.
Oh my god, there are so many maps.
It's actually a courtroom.
And you will enter a courthouse.
Judge, oh, that just. Yeah, never mind.
You just got left behind. Chump!
That's a yikes for me, dog.
Let's just get... Oh, hey.
Hey.
Big judge boy on the map here.
Well, let's just say when people say no hard feelings, you know that, Brennan? Mira? No, she's not saying that.
Ooh.
Oh my god, the judge!
The judge.
It's fine. Kit knows the judge. He's
What's this
stepping in.
meme doing in the Creatures channel?
Mistake! Don't look at it.
What is that judge from?
I don't know. He's from Shadowfall.
No. He's from Kit's homeland. He's got the inside.
He looks like he'd be from Kit's homeland.
And the judge, sitting in his nice fancy chair, says, "So, Mira, I understand that you wish to state your case about the charges that have been placed against you.
I do. I feel
Your
as
mother
though-
has granted you some leniency, and that's why we're having this meeting right now. So, just understand that while you're in my courtroom, you will speak only the truth and respect my time, seeing as this is a favor."
Of course. I only speak the truth, and I will surely be respectful of your time, as I have always been respectful of the rules here in Kingsbridge. As you know, I've lived in Kingsbridge my whole life. City records will, of course, reflect that. I am a well-esteemed member of the population here. While I may not be famous, I did attend the local college. I have great knowledge of the scholarly pursuits, and I have no reputation for being a thug or even violent at all. I have more of a reputation for studying and learning and going on adventures to gain Kingsbridge renown for my scholarly pursuits. And I think that you'll see it's clear that I have no history of doing things like this. I was an innocent bystander in this grave, grave crime that was committed. I merely came along with the other two that accompanied me to talk to the Shadowmouths in the jail cell. As you may have heard, if you talk to my mother, I actually left the city in pursuit of more information about the Shadowfall that is happening around us, and I was attempting to help prevent further destruction being caused by this Shadowfall. So of course, when I learned that there were Shadowmouths in the jail of my own city, I had to go talk to them. As soon as we came in, I believe I asked one question. I don't even know if I said a single thing before the people that were accompanying me started attacking. He is insane, truly, the one that I'm in a jail cell with. He cast some sort of magic spell that turned a man into half a frog, and then turned him into a female dwarf. And at this point, I was speechless and motionless as I watched. The other one took my coat and shot off a lock, freeing the prisoners, and then when the guards came down, they attacked the guards. I didn't lay a hand on a single one of the guards. I did not attack them, and I didn't participate in any of this shameful jailbreak that happened. But as I was surrounded by not 2 now, but 5 criminals, I had no choice but to follow along, otherwise they would have killed me. They brought me to this den of villainy where they worshipped the shadow gods, and I'm quite sure now that that other man that I came with, his name is Antal, he is the one who brought these shadow modes to the city, and he, I believe, is one of the causes of this. I see no other reason for him to have brought us to the den of the shadow modes. I had no choice but to remain in the house with them, lest all of them attack me and murder me and sacrifice me to their dark god. And then, of course, when the guards arrived, I told the truth. They said, "Where is your other friend?" And I told them that he had fled far away from there. I believe that's all that I have to say in my defense. I feel that I am innocent of any crimes that have been committed, and I believe that with my help, you can catch the remaining criminal. Though I do believe that my cellmate may not be the right place for him. he doesn't seem to be a criminal. He just seems to be insane.
Preach.
And let me drop that.
God.
Use inspiration.
Oh, no.
And
Where's the bus? He just
That ain't a
threw
bluff
under
check.
it.
that ain't a bluff check. Everything I said
Ain't
was
a bluff
true.
check.
Everything I said was true.
Well, Mary, your colleagues would have me believe the same thing about you being a law-abiding citizen here in Kingsbridge, although I'm afraid that, well, in some circumstances, the law does make a distinction with intent. I'm afraid that you're going to have a tough time pleading your case that you had no knowledge of what was going on and did not partake in any way in said activities. However,
Oh,
I think
continue,
that
please.
the court can give you some leniency. I do believe your story. We just need some more information about the other two whom you were working with. You say that they are somehow involved with these shadow mouths. We are very interested in bringing them to justice.
Of
How is
course.
it that you found yourself beside these vagabonds?
Well, just as I have said, I left the city in search of truth about the Shadowfall and to help turn back the tide of the shadows. And when I met up with other people who were also attempting to follow the same quest, it only made sense that we all work together. We've been finding out more and more about each other as we've journeyed, and some of the people that I have adventured with have been very respectable and have treated others in a way that I commend. But these two would be the exception. We found ourselves
Oh, you
in...
got pizza?
Oh yeah, I did. We found ourselves in faraway lands, and they encouraged us to commit crimes in order to benefit the group. And I think that I was turned to reluctantly follow them here. I just wish that I had not. And I understand that I am not completely innocent here. My one failure here was not attacking them and helping the guards defend against these assailants. So I believe that I deserve some sentencing as well, but I believe that I could best be of service to this city by continuing to fight the Shadow Mouths and the Shadow Creatures and help turn back the tide of the Shadowfall itself, which I have several leads on right now.
Hmm.
Is that a separate diplomacy check or the same one?
No, you can do the same one.
Okay.
I agree that that is the best use of your time, probably the best use of many individuals, criminal and non-criminals' time here in Kingsbridge. And I would like nothing more than to get you back fighting the shadows. However, a crime has been committed and one that you must pay for. I will ask for leniency in your sentencing, and perhaps your bail will be set at a reduced amount. And so you're saying that you were not a nurse in Grimshaw or anything like that?
No, I was not a nurse in Grimshaw. I'm not entirely sure what was going on there, but I can't say that those two were telling falsehoods. I truly do believe that my cellmate is insane. There have clearly been things wrong with his mind the entire time we've traveled together, and it is the girl is she is magical and does have healing capacity. So I believe it's true that she could be a nurse that is caring for him. Those dwarves are security or do have security experience. I can't say that what they were saying was false. It very well may be true, and I think they may have been just nudging the truth a little bit in an attempt to help free me for crimes that they thought I committed. Though I do encourage you to send my cellmate to a psychiatric ward or return him to the one from whence he came.
Well, I'm afraid this matter is becoming ever more confusing and needs to be dealt with immediately. You'll return to the jail, and we will meet back here first thing tomorrow morning with your accomplice and the other members of your so-called party. I will urge them to find this last member. What was his name again?
Antal.
I will urge them to find Antal, and if they do, your sentencing will be lightened even further. If not, we will all meet back here tomorrow morning and find out exactly what is going on here in our city.
If I may suggest to them to perhaps, if you speak to them and you pass along any words, perhaps if they speak to my mother or any of the other information brokers within the city, they may be able to assist. I know specifically my mother may have knowledge of this subject. She excels at tracking down criminals.
Yes. Well, and he's been scribbling on a piece of paper this whole time, and he motions for the knight to come up to the bench. And he gives him a piece of paper and says, deliver that to Mira's party. It requires them to come into my courthouse tomorrow morning first thing. And at that time, you will also bring Mira and the other prisoner. Give Mira her separate cell tonight, just to ensure that nothing goes poorly. I will see you tomorrow morning.
Very well, thank you. I appreciate what you have done here.
And Mira will go back into jail in a different cell.
Oh, worth.
And a knight, same knight, is going to deliver a message to the party. And he'll walk up and give it to the Sons. Sons is the first person he sees.
Statistically, that's very likely.
And it is signed Judge Burkhar, and it requires you by law to come into the courthouse at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
All right, so clearly with the way that we've been doing things, the optimal solution is just to not go.
And it just says to discuss the matter on prisoners Mira. Sorry, Dan, I forget your last name. It's kind of confusing.
It's really long. You're not supposed to remember it.
Mira and Kit. And it also says that bringing the fugitive Antal with you tomorrow morning will result in a reduced sentence, or a lighter sentence for Mira.
Shit. Sorry, shite.
That's better.
Well, that's commitment to the rule.
There you go. The Sons will relay this information to everybody else. Well, not really sure what to do about that one. I don't even know where Antal is, so we could, try and find him. But I doubt he's going to want to come in to help out the other two.
I think that if we were willing to leave behind members of the party in jail, then we wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. We probably would have just left a while ago. So I don't think bringing Antal in would.
All right. Well, we should go in the morning. But in the meantime, we're planning to talk to Cassia Is this an approachable person, Josh?
Cassia?
Wow.
Yes. She seems, while being charismatic and a leader, she appeals to the people. And I think we're on good terms with her for what we did. So we should be able to get a meeting with her and hopefully get somewhere in this mess.
Well, we're trying to strike a deal with Cassia to get Kit and Mira out of jail. I'm not really. We were offering our services to try and determine what is causing the sky to turn red. I'm just trying to think about what we're trying to propose to Cassia in order to make this all work.
Well, I remember Marcus mentioned something about a trade. Maybe we could find real shadow mobs and maybe exchange them or something. I'm not good with these politic things, but if I can beat someone up and trade them in, that sounds a lot simpler to me.
Same here. I was gonna give Josh a little head nod.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess we can go meet with her?
I guess we're going in.
Okay. You can go in and speak with Cassia. She says, "Ah, yes. My hero's in the making. Seems you have brought some friends."
Hello. We're the Sons of Gotrek. This is Faustia.
Well, what can I do for you on this glorious day?
Congratulations on your election. I was rooting for you the whole time. I know you're going to do great things for Kingsbridge. We
I have a meta question real quick. Does Cassia know about like the other like groups of our party who went to talk with the other people running?
No, you assume that she doesn't. I mean, she could, but you assume that she doesn't.
I didn't know if like when we were all talking, if they were like actually as close as as like the map showed. You know, she could just like know we were pretty close to each other, and I could have noticed that we all like split up and then like went to the other people pretty easily.
We are a group of adventurers who are investigating Shadowfall. And there are normally more of us, but some of us got into a bit of a predicament with your laws. And we were hoping that we could offer our services in exchange for our delinquent party members.
Roll diplomacy check.
We're gonna use this.
Well, I did get a good sense about your other party members as she looks to Marcus, Jirash, and Vetra when I met with them previously. Although I can tell you that my knights have been working very hard on taking down these shadows. And it's not the task for one party. I can assure you of that. If you would like to join the knights, you'll just have to do a few months of training. But if you're truly as grand as you say you are, and as grand as I believe you all are, you'll rise to the ranks in no time. If your party members are also of valor and strength, perhaps we could get them into the program and they could work for Rentham, pay off their bail, working as knights, and then you would all be fighting for Rentham against the Shadows.
I commend your honor to Rentham. Many of us have other obligations that are not in Rentham. We were hoping to just kind of help you guys out a little bit and continue onward to not just help out Rentham, but help out other communities as well. We're kind of a traveling group. We're not one to really sit in one place.
The knight's life does not suit you.
You see our diversity. We represent all of the lands, not just one. So we've got to stay true to that, just like you stay true to your knight's code.
Well, that is all well and good. I'm not to say that every powerful warrior should or should not be a knight. It's not for everyone. However, I've heard about what your allies have done, and it might not be as simple as doing us one favor. It's one thing if we induct them into the Knights of Rentham where we can watch over them, but sending them back out into the world, if they commit another crime, that crime is on us. For letting them go, you see. We need to be sure that they are the heroes that you claim to be and that you say that they are. That they're not just criminals working with the Shadowmouths.
So you're suggesting they prove their worthiness over months of nightly training?
Well, where we can keep an eye on them. Again, right now the citizens are up in arms about these Shadowmouths, especially after that red sky last night. I'm just saying that if what you're saying is true, then yes, I would have no problem releasing your friends. The only issue is that I'm not the only one who has a say here, and we have concerned citizens to also consider.
Have your knights been successful in determining the cause of the red sky?
Have you? We'd love to hear about it.
No, we sure could find out pretty damn quick. But of course, that's the skill of our party. Our diversity lets us cover all different methods of determining the cause of things. But some of us are in the jail cell, can't really contribute. But I tell you, we could figure this out for you if an equal exchange could be done.
Have they not already offered an equal exchange of coin?
They have, but it's well beyond our means. Again, we're just travelers. We're not particularly wealthy.
So then what do you have to offer for your friend's release?
Well, your citizens seem to be quite worried about the sky and what that might lead to. Of course, the hysteria of the shadows amongst all communities is growing rampant. How about we take care of the sky problem for you, and we get our friends back? We'll even give you credit, saying, it was obviously your plan. Get you even more in favor with the community.
I can talk to some judges, but I'm sure if you could find a way to rid us of the red sky and have it never come back again and assure us in some manner, have physical evidence that it is removed in its entirety, I'm sure they would let your friends go after that is done.
I'm glad we've come to some sort of understanding then.
Evidence like the leader of the Shadow Mouths. Correct? If we bring him into
Well,
custody?
we're not exactly sure if the red sky is caused by the shadow mouths. I already explained to you that we don't know what has caused it exactly. We know the shadow mouths are involved.
Ah, well, you are all a bunch of knights. Our group, however, has mages who are quite prolific at determining these things. So just give us a little bit of time. We'll figure it out for you.
Very well. I'll talk to some of my judge friends, and they'll draw up a contract in the next couple days.
Sons are gonna look around at everybody else. That sound good?
Is there anything we can do, like, tonight, soon?
Oh, you should start working, yes. I'm just saying that the formal contract will not be drawn up probably for the next day or two, that you will all have to sign, and the judge will sign as well.
Aye, the sooner we figure this out, the sooner, it can all be done with. We appreciate your willingness to talk this out. You're going to be a great leader.
Thank you.
Treasurer.
Best of luck.
Mm.
All right.
All right. Well,
Well, we're done with one part of the wild goose chase. We're on a different one now.
yeah. Well, I gotta go get some food, so I'll be
All
back
right.
in like 10 to 15 minutes.
All
Okay.
right.
Excellent.
Just you and me, Dan.
I guess so.
Everyone else is
Like flies.
either AFK
Or not part of this.
or not part of this.
Hey, I'm here. I'm here.
You're not
I know, but you're incarcerated.
Oh,
I have my
he's got
rights.
to be a part of it.
As we like walk out of the building, my ears are gonna wilt a little bit. I'm just gonna be like, a couple days. Why do we have to wait around so much? Why does everything take so much time? Those guys are leaving tomorrow. We're gonna lose our trail.
Hi, these humans, they like to do things diplomatically sometimes.
Very bureaucratic.
Heathens. Well,
Well, as I said, it was late when you guys went. It's getting to be nighttime, around bedtime, and you guys do have the 7 o'clock meeting tomorrow with the judge. So, is there anything else you would like to get done tonight before that meeting tomorrow morning?
I'd like to find
The Suns are gonna. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say the Suns are gonna spend some energy looking for intel.
I'm gonna. All right, I think if we want to get any lead on these Shadowmouth people, Antal
We need
can
him.
meet with them, and he must know something. And I don't
Right.
care what people say if he's a traitor or whatever. He's got info, and he's the only one not in prison, so I think he's our best starting.
That's right. Well, we can't really. Yeah. Apparently, they're looking for intel too, so we gotta be careful. That's what the letter says.
Antal, have you returned to the inn?
No. But if I see any of our party, I will approach them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we.
So you guys are walking back to the inn, I guess, looking for Antal, and a strange man approaches who looks vaguely familiar.
Who dat?
Whoa, buddy. All right.
Should we keep walking? Well, I mean,
I mean, yeah, I guess you just keep walking, right?
I'm gonna scent. I'm gonna stop the suns. Be like, I smell something. It's
What? What do you smell?
vague scent of Antol. He could be close.
Antol? I don't see any funny-looking hats around here.
Forgive me, my manners. Excuse me, sir. I think you might be looking for me. And Antol will sort of like look both ways, like seeing if anyone nearby looks like they're listening.
Everyone looks like they're either going into their homes or already like asleep, except for some guards that are a little ways away, far enough away that they won't be able to hear you.
Wait. What? I'm sorry, sir. I don't think you, I don't think we can help you.
I'm gonna like lean over to the suns. He does smell like Antol.
Shh, not so loudly. But yes.
Wait, you're Antol?
Of course I am.
But yes.
You don't recognize me
Oh.
by my elegant build?
You humans have similar builds.
Yes, very similar. Not like us dwarves with our different, like, beards.
Are patterns on our fur?
I suppose that is true. But nevertheless, you see, I think I'm, again, looks both ways, a bit of a wanted man in this town now.
Oh, so your disguise is not having a disguise.
Exactly.
That's pretty clever.
You may not know this about me, but I grew up in Rentham. I was heir to a small estate before I made my way to Grimshaw. So I have all the training of a proper young lord. And with that, I've been making my way around the city today.
Is that how you learned how to comb your hair?
Yes. I hadn't done that in quite a while, but it looks all right, I think.
The sons are gonna look at Antol and then look at Marcus, then look back at Antol and say, "Okay." We have a plan?
We have the makings of a plan.
Yes, makings of a plan.
Where are
we
Mira and Kit?
They are in jail.
Oh,
We couldn't get them out right quite yet, but we're working on it. We're looking at the red sky as our way to break them out. We said we help them find out what's going on with the sky and stop it from happening, and we'll get them back. They'll give them back to us.
I see.
And we are glad we found you, because we know that you talk to them shadow mouths, and we really need you. We're in a pickle.
The Shadow Mouths. They were not as much as I would have hoped.
What do you mean?
The particular ones who we found in the jail and then carried on with for a bit were not very knowledgeable. They didn't seem well versed in any of this. I suspect that there's someone else who likely taught them and knew more of what's going on here. And of course, if we wanted to speak to them, they're imprisoned again.
Right.
You didn't see them when you visited Mira and Kit today, did you?
They might have been in there. We didn't go all the way in because the guards are pretty hard asses. But do you have any idea about this red sky? I guess I'm asking that to the whole party. That, you know,
Well, you said
we have a mage with us. We have a mage, and we have Antal, and then a bunch of fighters. So
you said you had the makings of a plan.
right,
Because surely we're not leaving Mira and Kit here.
we might be temporarily to again figure out what the hell's going on with the sky. That's kind of what we're working with right now.
Uh-huh.
Because see, Fossey and I, we tried to get him out of jail by posing as a Grimshaw Psychiatric Group. And Baz's gonna smile as he looks to Antal.
And it didn't work?
It didn't work. Wait, is that actually a place?
Well, many such independent societies have formed in Grimshaw. A lot of people there are down on their luck.
Baz's gonna smack Ode back after getting back to the first place.
Well, I guess we should get this out of the way, though, but you, by chance, don't have 21,000 gold on you, do you?
That's their bail.
Antal...
Or, oh, wait, that's Kit's bail. I don't think we ever... Oh, shite.
Antal will check his pockets and go, no, I don't.
Okay. So that plan's out the window.
Yeah.
Our plan was to hopefully find you and then go from there.
For the red sky, for the red sky.
Can you... I need to remember what my skills are.
Always a good thought.
No, like my...
What?
Like my...
What could turn the sky red? I'm guessing that's just magic, right? Not like something else.
Oh, you don't...
Yeah, can I do a knowledge arcana check on the sky?
I mean, you can.
Rob's popping in real quick.
Is that legal? I'm about to walk into the pizza place, so I won't know what the actual result of the roll is. But
Okay, I'll do it for you. You want inspiration or no?
I don't have it. Doesn't matter. But just to know, like, how far away could someone be that's using this sort of spell on the air above the town? You know, just to give us an idea of like what our
just judging on what happened and the scale of the red sky, you think that this isn't just someone who did this, and that it's not just like over this town. You think that it was over a much wider area, possibly even all of Rentham. And whoever did this would either have to be extremely powerful, or it was like many people who all used their magic together to do this. But yeah, you think it's not just one person, and that it probably wasn't just over Kingsbridge. It was probably much wider area than that.
Okay, so it's possible that it was like people all over Rentham, all doing their own little, like, you know, Friday night magic ritual.
Spirit bomb.
That, like, okay, we gotta hope that it's not that, because if it is that, then we have no chance of bringing ringleader to justice, because there is no ringleader. No leader back in like 3 minutes.
Well, where did you meet these shadow mouth people?
In the prison.
I thought you went somewhere with them.
Oh, after that, yes. After that, we went to a house in one of the poorer districts of the city.
Could that house possibly have information about the sky?
I didn't get a good look around before the guards came, and I had to make my escape. So it could be worth returning there, although perhaps I shouldn't be the one to go near that house again.
Well, what about your no disguise?
Shh, be quiet about that.
Sorry.
Well, I only trust it to a certain length.
I understand. If only you could grow a beard.
If only. Well, actually, I had to shave my beard off that had been growing for a while under. But
Oh my God! Why, Turok? Why? We'll talk about that later. Practically castrating yourself. Jeez. All right. Well, where is this house?
Antal will lead them to the house they visited yesterday, which I think we're actually right next to right now.
Yeah, we're just kind of been using this
Yeah,
map
I know.
because, like, yeah. But we're gonna say it's this house, and there's no guards or anything near it. The front door was, bashed open, and it looks like it's been like put back in place, just like kind of like leaning up against like the house. And there's a big sign outside the house, just a wooden sign with red paint that says "Do not enter investigation site."
Typical. Well, if it's still under investigation, maybe they didn't confiscate all of the stuff.
Can you
Think we could sneak in there?
perception? Antal's gonna see if he hears, smells, has any idea if anyone's in the house.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this Antal. Here. You do not hear or smell anything in the house.
So it's ghosts then.
The Sons are gonna find it kind of weird that Antal's sniffing around, because I don't know if they really understand him yet.
Antal will say, "I don't think anyone's in there. We can take a look around, see if we can find anything."
Whoa. Who's got good eyes?
I have good eyes.
We have. Oh, the cat eyes.
I suppose I do.
You want to head? Y'all,
All right.
you both want to head on in there? We'll watch from the outside.
Don't all go to prison if we get caught.
Haha.
Ha!
We're just gonna play around and near the creek, look for some rocks.
I'm going stealth mode.
Stealth kitty.
Yes, Antal will sneak as well.
And the Sons are going to roll a perception check to just be on guard.
Sneak and
Okay. How are you guys entering the house? Anton, Jarash.
Through the front door that has been bashed. Right, you said it had been.
I've been like taped off or something.
So the front door is literally like it's just off the hinges. It's just leaning against like the front of the house.
Yeah. So are these people like on the map accurate to where they are? In there? Like, is there anyone around?
No. Everyone's like it's pretty late now here. We will
It's the nighttime.
get rid of
On that
all these people. And yeah, let's advance the nighttime. Ready for this? This is technology right here. Boom.
Whoa.
If there's no one around, Antal is going to try to quietly, open the door, not let it like drop and fall.
All right, so Antal, you begin to move the door, and the Sons, you're like, wait. The Sons have noticed that there's a little string on the back of the door that looks
my
like it's
God.
attached to some rune.
Freaking legendary.
All right, Antal will stop. I assume the sons will explain to him what they saw.
There's a string. It's attached to a rune. Trap.
And
Uh,
Antal,
Can you disarm it?
Antal's just gonna start to make his way around to the windows of the house. Like, probably go to the window that he escaped out of yesterday.
Okay. You do not see anything like that near the windows.
Can I see the rune inside?
It is completely dark.
Fair enough. Okay, so Antal's going to start to crack a window.
Creak. Can you hear that?
Oh, I can hear that creak.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that creak?
Yep. Yep.
Ooh, got some next level sound effects open here. And Antal, you may enter the house.
Okay. He will step gingerly through the window.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
turn back and ask the sons for a torch or something. Some kind of light.
Yeah, we'll give you something.
I think it's assumed that like you all have like a little torch thing with you. You're adventurers.
I'll hand him a torch.
Yeah,
Good luck in there.
Antal lights a candle, holds it out in front of him.
He's a candle kind of guy.
He is. He really is.
He's a candle kind of guy.
Candle. And
He's got like one of those like fancy candle holders that's like, you know.
Candelabra.
Yes. No. Just like
Okay, so it's a single
I
candle
can't explain it.
yeah, one of those like
Yes.
swirly things.
I know exactly.
Yeah, like the swirly thing. Like it's kind of like a cup with like a circular like
It's like a
handle
saucer.
that you put like your pointer finger through.
Yeah, so Antal lifts a candle and takes a look around. First he wants to look to the door and see the rune that's there.
Yes, the rune is there and it looks just as it was. It does not look like it has been disturbed. And the room looks pretty much exactly like it was when you were last here. Do a perception check while you're inside to kind of investigate further. Thank you. My dinner is here. Just this for now. So Antal, again, the room is kind of barren, empty. Just that one table, kind of in the center, and there's just like a kitchen, and there are some other candles lying around. The only thing that really gathers your attention that didn't before is on the kitchen. There is a like small book. It's just like a leather cover, and inside are just 2 pages of paper. And it's written in a language that you do not understand.
Okay. The hell is this gibberish? Oh, I'm not in there. Whoops.
All right, Antal will
Get me in there.
pick the book up and just put that in his coat. And Ray, are there other floors to this house?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just one floor, as basic as they come.
All right. I guess Antal
Poor
will
district.
just, make his way back out through the window, close it behind him.
Did you find anything?
Okay.
I found this, and he'll produce the journal from under his coat. It's in a language that I can't read.
It's a clue, I think.
It's something, and I don't remember seeing it here yesterday. Also, like the son said, the front door was trapped.
Who? Oh yeah.
Well, I guess the next question is we need to find someone who can read this.
I mean, I'd show it around to the rest of the party. Is there anyone who can read it?
Vetra?
There is.
She knows
Vetra can read that.
What the hell is this gibberish?
Know a lot of English. She knows Abyssal.
Oh.
Abyssal. That sounds good. That sounds good.
Which is what it's written in.
Why do you know Abyssal, Vetra?
It says hey, have her do a linguistics check.
All right.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. PogChamp, I'm using it.
So she can recognize that it's Abyssal. However, it looks like whoever was reading it wasn't that well versed in the language. It's choppy. The verbiage is like incorrect. There's like weird like past and present tense mix-ups. Some of the words are like not where they should be. So it looks like who was ever doing this is definitely an amateur in Abyssal, and it actually makes it kind of hard to read. And especially since the language itself, requires some finesse when you're doing all these like curvy letters. But it says something along the lines of, Solana has cometh. Her grasp takes more souls for our army. Tonight, the red sky rises. And it has yesterday's date written down.
That's not good.
Is there anything identifying the writer?
No, I mean, not that Vetra can tell.
Kind of signature.
No, there's no signature.
Sincerely, John Smith, located at this address.
Definitely not a shadow mouth. Thanks, guys.
I sleep from these hours in the room that's the second door from the right. The window's unlocked.
I have a dog who I'm very attached to that could be used against me.
Oh no, not John Wick the Shadow Mouth. I'm not ready for that.
Literally, we go to this guy's house, and then he's chasing us for the rest
Kills
of
us.
the campaign.
Okay, so you guys have your book. You know what it says, vaguely. And it's like midnight. So you guys got to be in court at 7 a.m. if you actually plan to attend.
We should get us some sleep.
Well, I'm
Sleeps for the week.
not going to court. That sounds like a really...
That sounds like, Jeff, I've tried that strategy before. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So I like fancy Antol. Is this just Antol without his mask?
Yeah, and he shaved and cleaned up a bit.
Okay. I was gonna say I think this happened while I was driving through a dead spot, because when I started being able to listen in was when you were saying how you were actually educated as a lord.
Yep. Antal said that he grew up in Rentham, and
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you heard all of that.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure why people were talking about that.
Yes, it's because Fancy Antal appeared.
Okay. You guys want to go to court? Are we ready?
Guess so.
Oh.
Antal's probably going to
Okay.
at least spend the beginning of the day. Maybe we'll make some kind of arrangement about when and where to meet later in the day. And Antal's gonna spend the day doing what he did yesterday, which is going around town, listening in on conversations, and trying to see if, I guess now he'll particularly be looking for anyone talking about shadow mouths, and anyone who sounds like they might be a shadow mouth or know some shadow mouths.
Did you say you own an estate?
Are you own one?
Owned or
My
own?
parents own one if they're still alive. I don't know.
Okay, so
Is that something we could rendezvous at?
You know, after leaving for Grimshaw, unannounced, I don't think my parents would be very happy to see me again.
Oh. Well, you could put on your mask.
If we want to break
I don't know, we could-
my childhood home, we could do that, but it's a little ways from here.
Why not more crime?
Yeah, before we break into any estate, let's just go to court.
Let's go to jail first.
Do you consider it more crime?
Go to-
Can I
we gotta go to
de-charge
jail
myself before I go into the courthouse, by the way?
We're detoxing right now. It's okay. This whole mission is a huge detox
Is that allowed?
of Raven War.
I got charged up from tasing Kit. Can I just, like...
Yeah, I mean, you can reset your spells and
Yeah,
whatever.
I was gonna say, let me just
Yeah, go
release
for
some
it.
of this excess energy into Optio and just, like, get a little... Where is this?
Okay.
I'm ready. Take me to court.
Take me to church.
Take me to
What?
court.
Matthew?
No, he's been here.
It's muted.
No, he's gone.
No, like, he's been in the channel.
Oh, okay. Who is this
Right?
then?
This is Brendan?
Hello?
Brendan, you back? Ah,
No,
it is.
it's me again.
I called it.
He was in the channel when I was just out.
He left, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I was I was getting the radio play for a little bit.
Great.
Okay. So it's just... Do we need to do any
Oh God,
review?
what's the situation? What
Alright,
the
we're in
Judge
the...
Brukar?
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
missed
boy.
you missed my court appearance, didn't you?
Yeah, we're all in
The
jail.
campaign's over.
We rerolled a new character. You're a cucumber salesman.
This campaign is getting harder and harder to not be over. The hole is rather large.
I think that at this point, like, assuming that we do get out of this and the campaign isn't over, the next time that any character in the party gets arrested, everyone else is just going to abandon them.
I
They're
mean,
gonna be like, forget
it was
this.
early campaign.
You know, I just need to, like, you know, play the region like it is, and it just sucks you
Yeah.
guys got arrested in like the most lawful region that has ever existed.
Oh, I
I know. Normally, our standard tricks were like, oh yeah, we'll just bribe them, you know, whatever. Like, this is the stuff we immediately gravitate to, and it's just not the way Rentham works.
Well, the other thing is that it's much easier to get out of jail in the very lawful area if you, like, actually are in the right, and you don't have Kit in your party who, like, actually just broke a whole bunch of laws
That's
really
the
quickly.
other thing. Like,
Also true.
yeah, we weren't wrongfully
Also
arrested.
true.
We literally just committed a bunch of bad crimes.
One of us was wrongfully arrested.
Uh,
A crime of complacency. Okay.
yeah, your excuse for consorting with the Shadow Mouse is honestly pretty weak, dude. I don't know. I think you should go to jail forever.
At this point, I'm kind of close to thinking that too.
You guys enter the court, and you can see all these people who you've talked to about this case here. We got the judge, we've got Sir Cedric, and we got Cassia. Cassia thinks that you're all traveling heroes fighting the shadows. Sir Cedric here knows nothing about you three and thinks you two are from Grimshaw and that these are your psychiatric patients, which he's been told by the court is untrue because Mira says that she's not actually a nurse. Although the
Hey,
could be
I-
part of Grimshaw.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily say that's not true. I said I don't know.
You said
No,
that
you said-
you're not a nurse and that they maybe could be.
Yeah,
Like-
but the fact that you said that you were not a nurse immediately sunk the alibi. Going back and saying, I'm not sure if that's not true, too little too late.
So everyone, Cassia has an angry look on her face, and obviously the judge and Sir Cedric, you can't see, but Cedric's got his arms crossed.
Oh, shit.
Just gonna take a seat right over here.
Can I run?
And
Can I run
the
out of the
judge
courthouse?
says, "Thank you for entering my courtroom. You must understand that here, in my courtroom. There will be no lies, only truths, and you will respect my time.
I think we can take these guys.
Hey,
Let's
you're
go.
lucky Antal.
Antal's back in the back row.
He's not actually here. Antel's not actually here. Here, we're gonna. Here, he's gone. He's in jail.
And
And he's gone.
He's on the streets. He's talking to
This is
people.
gonna be the episode where Antal is suspiciously absent, given the role he played last time.
And the judge says, "We are here to deal with the matter concerning Mira and Kit and their arrest, as well as the fugitive Antal. We have heard a few stories about why you are all here in Kingsbridge and what purpose you had breaking Shadow Mouths out of jail, and about how you two relate to these other 5 and the wanted criminal Antal. Please, would someone finally tell us what exactly is going on here? Mira has given her statement. I would like a statement from one of you 5. Preferably not the dwarf or the little child, seeing as their story contradicts the one that Mira has told us."
what?
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
You, Kanin. You, warrior. What are your names? Looking to Jirash and then Marcus.
I am Josh.
And my name is Marcus.
Cassia tells me that you are noble warriors fighting the shadows. Please, will you enlighten the court as to what exactly is going on here?
Wait, real talk, out of character. I missed the part immediately before the courtroom scene. Did we come to an agreement about like what we were gonna say in here? Because if so, I missed it. Nope. We didn't. Oh boy. Okay, we sure came prepared. Okay. Well,
Hey, he said there will be only truth in here.
yeah. Okay. Well,
Incoming
tell you the
big lie.
we, those of us that you can see here, which does in fact include the 2 who are currently prisoners, have been traveling together for some time as an adventuring party seeking to discover the source of the darkness that is currently plaguing the land. We've been working together for, wait, was it weeks or months again? I keep forgetting this.
A while.
Okay.
Weeks, yeah.
Sometime.
Since the time of the first darkness.
Whoa.
Yeah, listen.
Big statement.
Okay, I assume that's sufficiently clear that there was a day
Yes,
when the sky went all dark, and everyone should recognize what that means.
Since the time of the first dark.
But it sounds very dramatic. You're right. I didn't intend it to be that dramatic.
You were there.
We convened on that night.
Yeah. But we've been working together since the town of Anvik, we all lived near, was seemingly spirited away, or at least the residents were, on that night. And since then, we have devoted ourselves to finding the source of the shadows. During this time, we decided to come to this city because we needed to gain information here. some from the great library of knowledge that is in this city, and some, we hoped, from the local shadow mouths. We were hoping to infiltrate them and discover the whereabouts of whatever their leadership was, presuming that, they were involved in causing the darkness, which we are trying to roll back. So we wanted to get information from them. To this end, the two defendants entered the prison under false pretenses in order to attempt to get information from the shadow melds that were being kept there. I cannot honestly say why they chose the methods that they did when trying to extract that information. It sounds like there was a great deal of confusion and they made some bad decisions, which I'm sure they regret.
Mira's nodding.
Dwarves are gonna raise their hands.
I'm guessing the kid's just like shaking his head.
Yeah, somewhere
No regrets.
Antal shakes his head and says, "No regrets."
Is that all even here?
No.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
sorry, I was at dinner.
Okay.
You're being
What I
thrown to the
missed?
bus again. Just heads up.
Do I
We're
get
in
a chance to defend myself?
We're in the courthouse explaining what exactly happened.
We're literally in court. This is your best chance to defend yourself.
Yes. Give me the Q&A.
What?
Q&A?
Oh. Keep going. Marcus.
Okay. So this, it seems as though there was a bit of a confusion where the members of our team attempting to interrogate the Shadow Melds did not properly cooperate with the authorities in their quest to do so, and as a result, were arrested along with the Shadow Melds midway through a Shadow Meld ceremony that they were trying to infiltrate.
It's an undercover op.
That we
You blew my cover.
In other words, yes, basically it was like a sting operation, except we got busted by the actual police.
You infiltrated it so good that you actually just helped them complete it and
Yeah.
not actually stop them.
So now, unfortunately, we are in this position where members of our party have in fact broken the law. However, I ask you that you allow us to get back our party members because we need their skills in order to continue on our quest that is for the good of all people living in this land, except maybe the Shadow Melds. I don't know what their deal is, which is to turn back the darkness. If you need some sort of evidence or proof that we actually are working towards this goal, we have met with a variety of people in other areas, and the actual government authorities that have worked with us and seen us in action, pursuing our quest. And if you would like some confirmation, I may be able to direct you to them. Maybe we could get a letter from the authorities of what was the place we found Mooley Candlehelm?
Rechka.
Of Rechka or
Sinhira. Big names.
Well,
These are some big names that we're dropping here.
I will need contact information for authorities in both of those towns. If you have met with King Rob Knob Thunderchuckle or King Hasef Sinhira, then perhaps speaking to them would be appropriate. I am confused as to why your initial dealings with the Shadow Mouths was not revealed to my knights from the get-go, but I can tell that you two are perhaps a little confused by the actions of your party members.
Yes, we did meet with both of those individuals, and I believe that they would be willing to provide a description of the actions we undertook in their employ, which I think you would find satisfactory. As for why members of our party acted in the manner that they did, as I said before, I'm not certain. I suspect that some of us, being from a variety of cultural backgrounds, I say looking very pointedly at Ket, do not have the same level of respect for law and authority, and the expectation that authorities will work in the correct way that would lead them to choose to trust local authorities rather than trying to avoid them.
Says the baritone.
And I hope that in the future, this episode will be a pointed lesson towards them about the importance of working with people rather than around them. And it won't happen again.
Yes, it is my job to ensure that this is a lesson and that it will not happen again. And it's for that reason I will still be imposing some sort of charge upon these individuals. But there is one more thing we need to sort out before we do that, which is the matter of this Antal character. Where is he? And what is your association with him?
He is another member of our party who has been traveling with us and working with us and assisting us in the same tasks. It would appear as though he, being a somewhat slippery character, has managed to evade your authorities more effectively than the other two. I'm not actually entirely certain where he is right now.
The sons have been murmuring amongst themselves, especially Ode, who was the dwarf who struck the knight back in jail. And Jorn and Ode are both going to walk up as close as Marcus has, and Jorn's going to say, on me brother's behalf, he apologizes for striking a knight earlier in the jail. We just got a little frustrated.
Yes, dwarf. I'm sure that we're all a little frustrated at this matter. But the court appreciates your sincerity and apology.
Ode definitely does not look apologetic, but Jorn is trying to make the best of it. They're going to go back and sit down.
And Marcus, you can gain inspiration for your wonderful speech
Oh boy.
and disclosure to the court.
Oh, I already had inspiration?
Oh, he already had inspiration.
That's weird. I didn't think I did.
Well, Mira, we have heard your case on why I should be lenient in your sentencing, but we have not heard from you, Kit. Why should the court see this criminal activity and just slap you on the wrist instead of enacting the full punishment? Is Brendan here?
Yep. Sorry, Mike was mute. Judge Burkar, before you present all of these evidence as to why I am guilty of such crimes, but I, however, am not the enemy to the court nor to the town. I was acting in what I thought, in my mind, to be the best possible way to avoid conflict at the time. I did not harm anyone in my actions, maliciously or non-maliciously. My actions were purely to avoid direct conflict, and I did. I did not harm a guard. That was all Anthol. I did not use any magic against any guard whatsoever. The only crime I can be even convicted of is trying to turn one of the jail prisoners into a different being, which I immediately regretted and changed him back into his former being. Other than that, I am in the same boat as Mira, where I did not do anything wrong. I was just following what I thought to be the best situations at the time. I respect the laws of the town and am deeply sorry for any inconvenience my actions have caused.
All right, Kit, let's roll diplomacy.
I would prefer intimidate.
I don't think you want that. Let's roll
The man rolls what he wants to roll. The man rolls what he wants to roll.
All right, and you can gain inspiration. Well done, dude. Judge will say, I have seen many cases like this before where the fingers get pointed at the one crook we cannot apprehend. And while I do believe almost all that has been said in my courtroom, here in Kingsbridge, when you break a law, you shall be charged. I am removing the initial $21,000 bid on your release and reducing it to $8,000 on the premise that you will assist Kingsbridge in an endeavor. Cassia explained that you all are working towards defeating the shadows and are interested in helping us do the same. So, the 7,000 or 8,000, I'm sorry, 8,000 gold and an agreement to go cleanse the Elgard grounds.
Your Honor,
will be released.
Your Honor, would the 7,000 golds be an immediate payment, a lump sum, or would it be paid out over time as the group was able to gain gold from across the land? Because while 21,000 was quite a lot of gold, 7,000 gold is still a large sum and would be difficult to gain all at one time. Also, I am using my second. I had a second inspiration that I'm using now.
For the journal, yep.
Gain advantage. Diplomacy.
Very well. If you can complete this task, then you will pay back the court over the next 16 weeks. 500 a week.
I was also attempting to use that diplomacy check for the 7,000 versus 8,000 thing, where he mistakenly said 7,000 a little bit, and then I tried to reinforce that.
Nah, that's not happening. He's remembering. It also just makes it easier because there's 8 of you. So.
True.
This mission in the Elgard grounds, if you choose to take it, will involve your party going in and cleansing the region of some shadow monsters that have appeared since the Red Sky. You will all be given these magical anklets that will track your position so we can ensure that you will not run away. and in his hand he holds this glowing yellow ring. You all be equipped with one of these until the mission is complete. Once the Elgard grounds are cleansed, you may return. We will release the shackles, and your payments will begin, but you will be free to go. Also, under the condition that Antal is never allowed in Kingsbridge again. And that if you meet up with him, we do not ask that you turn him into this court, only that if he ever does return, he will be arrested.
That sounds like a very fair deal to me. A crime was committed, and a fee must be paid.
And he will ask one of the knights to come up to his bench, grab a piece of paper, and he will hand it to Drosh first. And it is a contract that has spaces for each one of your signatures that dictates you will clear this one region of the Elgard grounds, which is a burial site for knights of the shadows. And once that is while wearing these, special shackles, and once that is complete, the shackles will be removed, and you will pay a sum of $8,000 to the court over a period of 16 weeks.
So this is shackles for everyone. So he's going to shackle us too?
Yes, shackles for everyone, every single one of you. And also at the end that this doesn't pertain to you, but he's just letting you know that if you see Antal, if he's ever back in Kingsbridge, he'll be arrested. But that's not like in the contract. He's just telling you that.
What was the name of the place that we're clearing?
The Elgard grounds. You can see that they are to the right of Kingsbridge.
Ah, yes.
And so we only have to wear the house arrest anklet until we...
That area is clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Did the anklets do anything other than track our position?
Not that he explained.
I will sign it and hand it to Marcus.
Yes.
Is there one line for the Suns?
No, there'll be 5 or 4. Sorry, for all of you.
All right, well,
Bonus
they'll
son.
each sign. Yorn's lefty. The others are righty.
The 5th son is the guy that's being stepped on in the picture.
The
That
5th is
guy's-
the cannon.
Do they have a? I don't know. Is this being signed like on the table here or like up here?
No, like where you guys are.
Oh, okay.
The
That's
paper.
where I needed a booster seat like Mark Zuckerberg.
King Zuckerberg booster seat.
God.
It's a great meme.
Okay, so each son has signed, passed to Faustia,
Yeah, she'll sign.
and then one of the knights will come, and after Vetra signs it, and bring it over to Mira.
I sign it.
And Kit. All right, Brandon, we're going to assume that you signed it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. And it is all signed, and Cedric here will come around to each of you and put his arm out, and a yellow band is summoned around your left ankle.
What the hell?
And then he will uncuff Mira and Kit. And Judge Burkar says, "Do not make me regret this decision."
Of course not, Your Honor. Of course not.
This was a wise decision, Your Honor.
I can't. You are
The judge
smart,
just
Your
looked
Honor.
at Kit,
I was gonna say,
and
it's
then
good
he'll
that
just
they didn't
look
have
back to the party.
more information about Kit and know that so far Kit has gone off and hung out with a shadow mouth for like 30 minutes when no one was looking. After the shadow mouth had promised to give someone power, then later on he gave some of his power to a Duskwalker,
Yep.
and now he has helped some shadow mouths conjure up this red sky. Honestly, as far as we know about Kit, since he hasn't ever told us anything about himself, he just is a shadow mouth that we just have with us, and we've never asked any more questions
Also, I do want to be clear. Everything I said in that courtroom was the truth, just as I said it would be.
Oh, yeah.
I think Antal is the source of the shadows. Well, not the source of them, but he's clearly helping them.
It's a good thing that Mira was also in that jail cell because it actually would have been like pretty legitimately difficult to come up with a good reason for our characters to want to get Kit out of prison.
Thanks.
You're welcome, buddy.
I have to say, yeah. Never mind.
I mean, it's a fair point.
This episode has been savage.
I love the inter-party conflict. This is beautiful.
This is beautiful as long as we can resolve it at some point.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably just gonna hold it against him until I get a chance of backstab.
Wait, you're holding it against who? Who are you holding this against? You said him as in a man, and I feel like the only one who you can want to backstab now is me because I'm the one who was just like super Starky.
No, it could also be Antal.
I have a list.
Did absolutely bail when the going got tough.
Are the subs on your list, Kit?
I was thinking about when Matt was going. Or,
Like you were the only good guy who got out.
I don't know. Everyone else is just garbage.
when Matt was going through his testimony, I was thinking about how, like, when the cops busted those guys, Kit or Antal just like hard bailed because he could. Mira like probably didn't even think about bailing. I think Kit just like didn't care.
Yeah.
He was like, "Bring it on, come on."
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, what he told the judge was kind of true. He's just kind of like, I just kind of was done trying to resist or anything.
I know.
When he said I didn't hurt anyone.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh God.
Kit's probably more innocent than Mira.
Well,
Oh shoot. How much longer are we planning on playing?
I think that.
Probably
What,
12
you
more
got-
hours.
you got somewhere more important to be.
I need to go do work stuff, so I need to leave now.
That's it. We're going
Rip.
back to the courtroom.
R.I.P. I will talk to you guys Sunday morning. Please don't kill my character. I don't want to go back to jail. Or actually, no. If it's a choice between jail or death, seppuku.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Good to know.
I think he means Sudoku, but
Just have him
Yeah,
friendly
gotcha.
nip himself 125 times.
If it's a choice between jail or death, I commit Sudoku for just like a long time until I get bored and die.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I feel like this was a great time for it to happen, though. I'm happy that I saw myself out of jail.
Yes.
I feel like my journal entry is fairly comprehensive. If there are any other like story details that you want to get added, you can just like bullet them at the end, though.
Okay. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, thanks guys. See you later.
All right.
ya.
I'll see you.
It's a good thing Dana saw himself out of jail, because certainly by the time he gets back,
He'll be right back in it.
Hey,
I don't want to make any promises.
All right.
But
You guys get out of the courthouse, and your friends come up and talk to you.
with our new stylish fashion accessories.
Oh yeah, and Antal's like
Not here,
talking to
yeah.
people. And Althea is just gonna ask,
Oh yeah, I slept.
are you coming with us to Enzai?
yes.
No.
Intimidate, bro.
Wait, what?
Intimidate. Intimidate is like when you're trying to like get information.
Welcome back to the party, by the way.
You keep like yes.
Oh, I'm
Like, is that like
coming
a
with you.
yes? Like leave me alone.
can-
Intimidate.
I'm guessing you can heal too, because that was the other day.
Did we get reset spells too?
Yeah.
I don't think you used any spells, did you?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're all full.
Let's pretend I didn't intimidate. Yes, we are going with you.
no.
No, we are not going with you.
What am I bluffing now, but guys?
Lying.
Oh. Althea's gonna be like, well, which one is it?
We got tied up a little bit here due to Blue Boy's actions. We can't come.
Mom said I can't go.
Well, that is a darn shame. We are really going to miss you on this adventure.
Yep. Looking back at Kit.
Althea will say, well, okay, well, we're gonna travel there, and I suppose we'll just keep you updated with anything that we find. Hopefully, whatever you're dealing with here can get sorted out, and that you can eventually find Antal and bring him to justice.
Of course. Good luck.
Stay safe. If you see the flaming hand man, give him a good wallop for me.
Oh, you can bet if I see that character again, he'll be dead. I always told you he was trouble. And their party will walk off.
All right.
And
Well,
hey, you guys find Fancy Antal.
hello, Fancy Antal.
Hello, normal sons.
Well, look. A lot of stuff's happened in the past 48 hours.
Dare you, Anton.
Let's just put it all kind of behind us for now and do what we need to do.
And where he's
Work together, and we'll talk this out later. I don't think we just gotta stay on task.
Of course, which is
Us too. Okay, well, are we going to the Elgard grounds now?
I guess we'll explain what happened to
Yeah, sure.
to Antal. How we are bound
oh yeah,
and
but I'm not.
and tracked, and we have to clear out the Elgard grounds before we are set free.
Sounds like a drag. I might go my own way.
Well,
I mean, you can do whatever you want at this point.
the judge mentioned that if you ever return to Rentham, you should be arrested on sight.
I never liked this place, anyways.
I figured as much.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite convenient that you don't really like this place because we used you as a scapegoat for absolutely everything.
Well, but I see that it worked, and that Mira and Kit have returned to us, and I do appreciate that, and so I will be happy to help clear out these grounds with the rest of you.
Awesome. See, Mira, he appreciates you.
Kit's gonna walk up to Antal and extend his hand and say, "No hard feelings, Antal."
Oh,
God.
boy.
That's the worst thing you can get from Kit.
Antal will go to shake his Kit's hand and say, "Of course not."
Yeah, and Kit shakes and says, "I look forward to working with you in the future."
Of course, yes. I believe we will continue to work together as we have.
Yes. And then Kit does nothing afterwards.
God, I miss having you here for the session, Brennan. Kit's great.
Oh my god.
It's actually great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has that nice spice.
It's pretty hot.
That good. We will make our way to the grounds then. My God, I still didn't name A4.
Hey, you want some black cards?
Okay.
I found a big section.
Okay. let's start to load this map because it might take a little while. So, you make your way to the grounds and... Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you. Yep.
Oh, okay, sorry. It says that I have like one bar in my Discord here.
You're good.
Make your way to the grounds, and it's a nice day. It's like a little bit overcast, but still okay. More overcast than it normally is. It's like always overcast. But as you travel into the grounds, it gets kind of foggy and darker than it should be at this time of day. You can see a bunch of graves in the grounds. The Elgard grounds are essentially like some old churches, old buildings, and a big cemetery for knights. And everything is just kind of dark and foggy. And as you're treading along, you hear this this large explosion from underneath, and you can see this hand that looks like it's made of almost bodies grapple one of the churches and drag it into the ground, crushing the building.
Whoa, buddy.
A picture of this. And after the building is dragged down into the earth, the hands disappear.
What the shite was that?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Maybe we should come back later.
Come back later.
It's in one of these two stacks.
This doesn't seem to be a good time.
Well, we gotta clear this place out, right? I mean, it's right there. That's the thing. That's the thing we gotta clear out.
It's battered prison.
And after the hands have sunken back into the earth, you can see a fire in the distance, but it's not like a normal fire. However, it is familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it the black fire guy?
It's a shadow flame fire.
A
Wait, it's so close though.
Yes, well, you continue to approach the fire until you get to one of the grounds that has 4 different grave sites. And the closer you get, figures begin to form and appear. And let's show you the baddies.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Let's see it.
As well as a fair amount.
Oh my god, the Reaper! He's so cool!
It's the Reaper.
Lancers, Spellclaws, Ghouls. Oh, Shadow Ghoul. Does that mean does he count as Shadow Flame, benefit from the shadow effects?
He does not. Nope.
Okay.
The Shadow Ghouls and the Desecration Reapers do not benefit from the fire. So, we've got a few things to do here. First, we'll get some spawn zones out.
Oh, there are 2 boss Reapers and 2 non-boss Reapers. And we got Fire Protection, Vengeance, and Precision. What do each of those do again?
I'll click everything for you guys in just a sec here. Got a lot of things to go over. Then you'll get this little perception area. which is going to be in the top left.
Far away.
And the stealth area is also going to be the top left.
Okay. This is a split.
What the hell?
So we split into the same group.
Yes, you can start on kind of the opposite end of the map if you would like to.
Okay, that's sort of interesting.
And we've got the
Oh,
fire.
hey, there are 4 shadow fires.
Yes. So first we'll do this one.
Relentlessness at the beginning of each turn. 2 shadow ghouls with guard. What's guard again?
So guard.
Oh, that's the one where they just hang around until you get near them.
Yes. And these guys are all on guard, and these guys are all on guard.
What's the guard area? It's 30 feet. Is that a 30 foot?
Yeah, I'm gonna put out big old zones for us.
Oh yes, yes! I'm very excited about this.
Oh god.
Jackpot.
Whoa, why is this so weird? Okay. So that's going to be the zone for those guards.
But it's also
Zone for these guards. This. That one's kind of overlapping, but that's okay.
Wait. There's no one in that zone.
Are there enemies in the most recent zone?
Yes.
Oh, we
There's
can't
no
see
one
them.
in here that we can see.
Oh no, not in there. Just these guys. It's just their reach kind of extends.
Oh, I see. They've got a long zone.
Yeah, because like, oh here's what I can do. I can
The
just start
zone
it
has
down
disappeared from my perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another thing over there. There's another. Oh wow,
over here.
it's a lot of relentless fires.
There we go.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, that's the relentless fire. Then we've got the protection. Then we've got the vengeance,
And
and that's the relentless one again.
protection. All shadow flames get shield. Vengeance. When you're killed, you get to attack the guy who killed you. Well, you get precision. Okay.
And the shadow ghouls are minions. The guys with the white borders are minions. So
Hmm.
when you basic attack them, if you're melee, you get to hit all the ones who are next to you. If you're ranged, you get to hit all the ones that are next to the guy you're attacking. No passives for this guy. The Guardian has the Cursed Armor passive. Whenever he receives damage, you become shadowed. And then the Lancer has the Weapons Master passive, where he can switch between being a ranged guy or a melee guy. When he switches to ranged, he loses 3 AC, 2 PD, 2 MD.
Hmm.
And then we have the Convoker way over here, who's got Stoke the Flames as his passive, where he creates a Shadow Ghoul with Guard each turn that he's adjacent to a fire. This boy right here. And then we have the Desecration Reapers, which all have this passive. They generate Dark Influence, and when they have 3, they can expend it to create a Dark Servant. And they can only do this when they're next to a grave, and the servant that they create is dependent on what graves they're near. So right now they're near graves of knights, so they will create knights as their servants. But they can
Interesting.
only do it when they're next to a grave.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
So, okay. Cool. So this guard, we understand this as they do not do anything until we walk into this zone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
They will just chill. These are the only guys who are ready to fight you right now.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure we don't want to aggro them all. Pretty sure we want to maybe take them on one at a time.
But
It's a strategy.
Yeah, well, it's a thing where it's a balance because we've also got to consider that these zones continuously poop out guys.
Right.
Both the Reapers will be making dudes. Oh, But the Reapers will be making dudes, and the Fires will be making dudes. So each zone has 2 sources of dudes in it. In addition to that, there are 2 Fires that are outside of zones. And there's also this Reaper that's outside of a zone and is like right on top of our starting location for people who fail to make a check, which at least some people will. So, yeah.
The other thing is that the ones that are outside of a zone are not actually reachable without going through a zone.
What do you mean?
So this and this are the 2 that are outside of a zone, right?
Yeah.
So to get to those, you can either start in one of these, you have to cross one of these, or you can start here, which starting here, I assume, is in the zone of these guys.
I think these guys don't have a zone. They're just already...
So we can't, like, for free get these. You have to at least aggro these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But we could technically aggro these guys and then destroy the 2 and like get rid of them, destroy the 2 Fires. But that means that the Relentlessness Fires are going to generate a whole bunch of minions.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
The other thing is, I'm assuming that the Protection Fire will keep shielding people.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta think.
Yeah, we haven't had a combat encounter in a while, and this one is a little complex, so
Yeah.
take some time to kind of think about how you guys want to approach this.
Well, first things first. Our options are going to be dictated in part by how people roll. So I'm thinking probably we should try rolling stealth and perception to see who even has the option to start not in this starting zone.
Way ahead of you, buddy.
I remind people that inspiration can be used on these starting zones.
Let's do it. Use inspiration.
All right. Roll for perception. Okay. Which of these is the stealth zone? Which is the perception zone?
Perception zone's the top one, right?
Nope. Here, we need
Nope.
better colors. Let's do purple for stealth because that like just feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's stealthy.
And then for perception,
Give like a yellow.
yeah, we'll do like a.
Oh my god, where are these rules again? Where, what window are they in?
They're in the
Campaign.
campaign.
Wow, I believe I've actually made my perception roll every single time, even though I've never actually put any points into it. Oh, speaking of points, when's the last time I put points into things?
You should have done it the last session.
Damn, Brendan.
If you did not, then you have 5 points to spend. Yeah, that sucks, but jeez.
Where am I going? Wait, where are these colors?
You're with me, big boy.
Oh, yikes. That's a yikes for me, dog. Yikes.
Yikes,
I have
right
10
there.
total points invested. Is that...
That's less than I do.
That is, nope. You should have 15
Okay, yeah, so 5.
because every odd level. So yeah, you have 5 points to spend.
Okay, is everyone else? Alright, we're gonna do this.
Kitty, bad perception for the kitty.
Rip Carl.
Oh jeez, people. Oh no, it's just the freaking Vertonia squad.
Oh, and Dana hasn't rolled yet. I'm guessing Dana. Wait, is Dana go stealth or?
What does he have more of?
I'm checking. Stealth 0, perception 0. Cool.
Team perception.
Cool.
What are we rolling for him?
Given the perception.
It does not matter. Take your pick.
Boom.
Got it.
4-4 split.
Oh well, 4 of you succeeded, 4 of you didn't. So
Oh, we're muted.
get some options at least.
What was that?
That was us.
Here, we'll actually, I'm gonna give you guys 1 freebie spawn over on this side.
Ooh.
Aha!
So 1 person who didn't succeed can go over there.
I'll take it.
Take it.
Well, wait a second. We got a party of 8 people? if we send 5 people over there, then there will only be 3 people here.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's math, dude.
I mean, we could also like
That's
have one person who did succeed choose to stay here.
That's true. So, looking at the group of people who did not succeed, we've got one DP. We got range DPS, melee DPS, bruiser, and tank. Right? There isn't a source of healing there, so probably either Faustia or Mira should stay. Am I thinking correctly there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, logic.
Especially since Vetra like kills herself.
Okay, so
I think Mira should stay on this side because she can also fight a little bit. And if we're gonna have 3 people over here, maybe we want to have like more combat oomph.
Okay, so I think we bring Mira. So now, if we have Mira,
And I can sustain myself a little bit, so I should. I mean, I'm staying here regardless, but
okay, yeah. So then, who do we want to send for here? So this group will be somewhat tank light if we bring Kit. Should
And,
we bring Jirash?
Me?
Who? Me?
I think that
Keep it
sounds
with
decent.
Faustia?
Yeah.
So then the teams would look like this. So this team would have two beefies and 2 DPSs, 1 melee, 1 ranged. And then the stealth squad would have Antal's DPS, Jirash, Faustia, Marcus. We actually be kind of DPS light.
I think-
This is the
Yeah.
protect the carry comp right here.
Yeah, that's actually just all Antal. Maybe we bring the Suns and leave Jirash, because the Suns, have more damage than him.
Yeah. But I feel like the Jirash Faustia combos is
That's true. Yeah.
Like-
the thing
like
is that-
ideally I think that you'd stay and I would go.
Which is legal.
Hmm.
We have the freebie spot over there.
That's true. Yeah, we could do that.
Oh, but then
Um,
no, because now we need 2 freebie spots over there.
Yeah.
wait, what?
Oh wait, because
Oh,
Jirash
yep,
is a freebie. Yep, never mind, we can't do that.
It's the thing. Faustia and Jirash want to be together for the synergy. The problem is that they didn't both succeed the check, so it's going to cause some inefficiency there. Either Jirash has to take the free slot, or Faustia has to be the one who stays behind. And then, in addition to that, the 2 of them are both low DPS characters, which means they'd want to bring 2 DPS people with them. I mean, the teams don't have to be perfectly balanced. We could even, in theory, do something where someone doesn't even go with any squad.
Well, having Mira with Jirash is also not terribly bad. And then you guys need DPS,
Yeah, we could do this.
except you're doing a lot of the tanking, but you'll have.
I'm doing all the tanking, but I got Faustia with. Yeah, we could try this. Oh,
Okay.
question: ledges. There are some ledges here. I assume they're all 10 feet.
Yep. 10 feet.
Okay. What about these fences that are around the graveyards? Are those a thing? Can you just walk through them? Do they require an acrobatics check to move through?
The fences are fully traversable. They're not very high.
Okay. So they're not like Pokemon fences.
Right. Correct.
Okay. Now, next up question. There are these 2 fires, the Fire of Precision and the Fire of Vengeance, that are outside of zones.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it, we think, as a team, to have someone whose job it is to just run to those fires and put them out?
Oh yeah. Who has the dwarven kit that allows them to take fires as a swift action once a turn?
We didn't decide on that.
Shit.
Nice. Nice.
We didn't actually give those to anyone, did we?
Well, you can choose
what
right
is this?
now.
Also, fuck.
You can give an extra swift action to someone?
Matt,
No.
can I give that to Kit instead of
That would
Antal?
be pretty good on me.
Okay,
No,
so
you're
no.
You're not correct, Brennan. It's okay. So there's two.
There are two
out,
trinkets.
and I don't think that either one of them are good for you.
One of
Okay.
them allows you to store your minor action and then like get it on your next turn by causing you to be invigorated on your next turn. The other one allows you to interact with elements of the environment, such as fires or like buttons that raise gates, all that sort of stuff, as a swift action rather than a minor action.
I'll take the store a minor.
Well, you really? I thought you used your minor every turn. That's why I said I thought they were bad on you.
Well, I have the option to store it, right? So I can pop off one round and then conserve another round.
What does your minor action do, Brennan?
That allows me to use an extra spell.
Okay.
Well, wait. Do you have something in your kit that makes you become invigorated?
No.
Okay, because that's what it actually is. So if you had something that made you become invigorated, since you can't double down on that, it would be bad.
No, I don't have anything that
Yeah,
makes me
that's why I don't want it.
Wait, what is it? Is it just like...
It's if you don't use your minor action
Oh,
on your
okay.
turn, then at the end of your turn you become invigorated.
Okay, which means you can use an extra minor action. Okay.
Here's
Yeah.
a question. If you're invigorated, in order to get this to proc next turn, do you have to use 0 minor actions or 1 minor action, still have 1 left over? You see?
Yeah, just one. As long as you have one left over. you can
Okay.
figure it.
Cool. So,
So,
Yeah.
are these the teams?
These are the teams. We're just gonna do it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm now sort of leaning towards the idea of wanting to just like run and pick up the precision and vengeance fires before procking those guys and maybe not even going to the extra zones. I don't know. That sounds too weird. But then all those guys are gonna have the precision and vengeance, which is kind of powerful, you know. So like, is it really worth having someone like a bit of manpower? Like, I don't know. We get the precision fire on the first turn by sprinting to it. Then vengeance fire is way far up. It's like another 2 turns of walking, and then you're like super stranded.
So it makes this fight hard. No easy choices.
Because you see, I could get the precision fire on the first turn if I was to take the interact with things as a swift action gear, which I'm actually sort of thinking maybe I should take anyways, because
There are 7 spots here, which means no matter what, someone has to go over here. Which means that if
is
someone's
a,
over there,
yeah, okay, then we gotta split, and
then you have to
okay.
split.
Yeah, never mind. Let's
Because otherwise,
leave
this
these
person's
fires
not
alone
doing anything.
and just pick us all up, bring us over to here. Over to here. Over to here.
Over to here.
Right over here. Take a seat. Right over here.
Over here.
Okay.
Lost it. Hello.
And this is the thing. If people want to start adjacent to me, I can do some things.
Oh.
Ooh, actually, let's see. How
The hell does
far
my
is it?
A4 do? I don't
60
even
feet
remember.
to
Check this
me.
out.
Ooh, interesting.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, so the ghouls are melee, but there's also the.
Oh, it's because it says surge when I hover. That was confusing me. Damn, the sun's reworks.
Invoker.
Too many of them.
I need to change it to seismic ruptures.
And I think instead of favor, I have a cleave.
Yes, you're right. I didn't change
Word.
the tooltip thing, but
We're gonna melt that
it
guardian.
did switch out. Yeah, the cleave is sweet.
Okay, it's worth noting that over here it's 60 feet to the closest dudes from the starting location of people who aren't Kit, which means that someone with 30-foot strike range could hit a dude on their first turn. However, Kit could not, unless I walk us forwards a little bit with a rapid deployment, which maybe I should do. Yeah. Well, maybe we should make our initiative order.
Yes.
Probably we'll want to just, for convenience sake, have one of the halves of the map go first, and then the whole other half of the map.
Yeah, that sounds right. Let's have the left half go first. We read left to right,
Okay.
so.
I'd prefer to be at the top of that initiative, so I can move everyone forwards before.
I would like to go after Kit, so when he kills himself, I can heal him
Okay.
with his blood magic thingy.
So, Antal, do you want to go immediately after me or immediately after? Yeah. Is
I'll
Jeff
go
here?
after you.
He's not here. Okay.
Hold on. So, got. Trying to color code the enemies. We got this. For you guys, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Harbingers. Okay.
Just get the color and then laminate it.
Oh my god. Is this real?
My idea was that giving Glorious to Kit is good because he has like multiplicative whatever. I don't even know what Kit does, but I thought that he like turns the Glorious into Glorious times 3. So I'm just that's what I was thinking.
Initiative. Okay, how's the initiative of the second half of the map going?
What's glorious?
We probably want Mira near the end so she can actually heal people.
Glorious means you have extra damage, so you have extra AP and damage until after your first attack.
Vetra also has healing, right?
She has some self healing,
Kind
only
of.
when she's
It's
blood
like-
rushed.
It's a reset.
Okay.
I have a
Who-
question.
Who gives it to me? James does.
The Glorious, yeah. At the beginning of the encounter, only once though.
You give it to one person?
Yeah,
You're giving it to me?
I already did.
So I have to pop off the first turn?
If you have the potential to pop off the first turn, it would be cool.
And there's some
But it's
happen
not
the
required.
Yeah, it'll happen whenever the first time you use an AP ratio attack.
Oh,
Glorious
God.
will give you a little bit extra damage.
Oh, like it's gonna be huge.
Do you want to go before us to set up defenses, Jirash? Like your shelters and stuff, or?
I mean, I can. I guess none of us have to go before the end. Except for
Yeah, just Mira might want to go last to heal
I
people.
don't think anyone has to go first though. So I mean, I can go first.
Are all those guys coded as minions too, by the way?
Well, the thing is, if Vetra can knock out some of the minions before they even get to go, that would be kind of nice. Oh no, is that even going to be possible based off the initiative?
Yeah, it will be.
Okay, then maybe we go for that.
Jirash.
Remember, recent minions have been fairly beefy. Vetra can't reliably knock them out usually.
I just don't know what her spells do, so she might be able to.
What do your spells do?
Looks like she's got some. What the hell's? Bathe in Blood is the A4 that she just got? Holy crap. Holy crap.
Oh, that's the blink, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the blink.
Mm.
What?
So
She gets to move 10 feet, hit a guy, move 10 feet, hit a guy. And if she's blood rush, they get feared.
So if Vetra goes earlier, then she might not be able to
They get feared.
deny the first action, but she might be able to deny the second action that the minions would get. I don't know if. Let's just do that. We'll put Vetra first. I'm more of a adapt to the situation rather than plan really well ahead of time kind of guy. So
Yeah, I mean, choosing. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if there's not like a really obvious order that you should be going in, it doesn't really matter that much after the first turn.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like mostly, it just matters for us on the left because Marcus wants to move everyone, and I want to heal Kid after he hurts himself.
Mhm.
Other than that, like it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Let's have everyone set their stats with Optia. We got to start the encounter. The encounter has begun.
Okay. So let's say I guess I'm up first. So where's the stats? Oh, here it is. My character. Gord stats begin. Optio's over here. Beep,
Beep,
boop.
boop.
Got him.
Yeah,
And I do have a question, Matt.
Mhm.
So you see how there's this cliff? If I am at the base of the cliff, there's an enemy up on top of the cliff, and I use my Helm of the Dominator on them. Does that force them to climb down from the cliff in order to become adjacent to me?
Yeah.
Will they sometimes fall?
Yeah. They can fail their athletics and take some damage.
Cool. Which of these guys are ranged again? I think the Reapers are melee. Wait, what? There's two different kinds of Reapers? Oh, Desecration Reapers and Shadow Flame Reapers. That's kind of confusing. I'm going to call them Desecrators. Because Reapers was already taken.
True.
Okay.
True.
So you get Reapers, Desecrators, and Ghouls are melee. Whereas Convokers and Harbingers are ranged, but the Convoker usually prefers to just summon dudes rather than attacking, right? I don't remember if that last part's true about the summoning dudes. I know he summons dudes, I just don't remember whether that replaces his attack, or if it's just that he likes to hang around the fire. So he's often not in range to attack.
Yeah, he likes to hang around the fire. That's for true.
Yeah. Because he's got to be near the fire in order to summon the dude.
Yep.
I think maybe it's his minor action to summon a dude, but he tends to use his standard action as a minor action to summon a second dude when there aren't people nearby.
The dude generator.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And so he ends up printing dudes at the same rate as a relentlessness fire. Okay. So that mostly just leaves the two Harbingers. Still.
All right. Antal records stats. Okay, Fastia.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Kid already did his. All right, and then Josh. Sons. Dan, you got Mira? Were you playing Mira? No, it was Robert, right?
Yeah, I think Robert's. Yeah, because Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where'd them stats for Mira? Then, yeah, nice, thank you. Okay. Just so you guys know, it is already 10. So.
Yeah, how much longer did we plan on playing? I don't know if we should keep going much longer or at all.
Yeah,
I
so
want
basically,
first round, but
it's the same thing that we had the dilemma last time. It's like we can either stop now or we can do the first turn.
I would want to do the first turn just in case, I'm not able to come on Sunday.
Okay.
Because I don't want to miss out on the pop off round.
It's a fair call, Brennan.
Pop off round.
It's true. We would probably pop off incorrectly.
I guarantee it.
Have any of us even tried to play Kit? Or does
No.
Nope. Whenever Brennan's not here, Kid is benched.
I might have to teach one of you.
Nope.
I mean,
if someone else wants to, that's fine. But I wanna recuse myself from
I'll-
that right now.
Nope.
You already have a
I-
second
I-
character anyways.
That's true. Wait, what does that have to do with anything?
Who doesn't have a second character that they're playing?
Me. But there's like a standing rule against my playing second characters.
This is true. Actually, I'm already playing your character too.
I didn't know. Well, I just assumed because I play you when you're not here. So I thought we just kind of traded.
we'll figure that out later. Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, let's do it. We'll get one round in here. Marcus is up first. There's battle in the Elgard grounds.
And Kit has the thing that he stores as minor action.
Oh,
Kit has the thing where he stores his minor action, and Marcus has the
second character.
things, a free swift action to
Cool.
interact with objects.
Great.
Okay.
The 2 trinkets.
Oh, that's right. My keyboard is this one this time. What? No, that's what. It's not that. listen. I'm working with. I'm doing my best here. Okay. I'm using like I've got my half. Okay, I've got my other computer hooked up to the monitor, but the keyboard's still hooked up to my regular.
So you typed in Reddit earlier and then immediately
Yes.
just stick. I saw
Yes, that was what caused that. You got me.
Right.
that.
That's funny.
Okay. So I'm gonna move up to here. That's my minor action, and now going to shout, "Everyone, shields up!" And let's get that testudo formation.
Ooh, busting out the 8-4 right off the bat.
This is literally what it's meant for. We're freaking advancing down like a causeway with dudes above us who shoot at us. And that's the wrong thing again. Oh my god, that's the wrong thing again. Listen,
Oh, the wrong map too.
there we are.
Struggle.
Got him.
Oh, nice.
I did it.
All right, low roll.
That was a low roll. So just a quick reminder, everyone, for how this works is that as long as you're in the maniple, you have basically the way it works is until the beginning of my next turn, the maniple, up to 4 members of it, have second strike. This means that if I or you move out of the maniple, then, and so you're no longer part of the maniple, you lose it. But if you walk back up to me to become part of the maniple again, you gain it. You gain beast cover, not second strike. Additionally,
Jeez.
this ability has second strike, so I will be reapplying it next turn. Anyways, that in mind, I am going to advance further forwards. You guys can all catch up with me. You have 30 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. I
Okay,
tricked you. I knew the answer.
here we go.
And that will
Wah, wah. We aggroed the dudes.
aggro the dudes. Don't you rope me into this, Antol? Oh wait, hold on. We're gonna get Antol's face back to
Okay.
normal.
I was gonna ask earlier, and then I was like, you know what? I did deserve this.
I did deserve this.
We're gonna get Antol's face back to normal. All right, we're good now. Okay, excellent. These guys are up, and the ranged boys are going to stay up there. They're going to throw some shadow bolts onto Marcus, but pring, 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 they just careen off his shield. And the Reapers are going to forward a little bit. This guy's actually going to full move. No, he's not. He's going to go over here. Sneaky, sneaky. And the Desecration Reaper will use this for his minor action. And he will use this as a standard action. Get some dark influence. Antal is up.
All right. Let's move our 30 feet. Oh. Get it back.
Cart.
Blood explosion.
Oh my god.
I know, there's
And
his name on his little
his
pop-up sheet. He hasn't
name.
named it yet.
And when I
Name.
shoot minions, I only hit adjacent minions, not adjacent enemies.
Right, just adjacent minions.
Well, I'm going to take a shot at.
Shot. Oh wait, hold on, Antal. You should reset your spells because it looks like you still have some
Ooh.
shell things active when you should.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Did that not take away your... Hold on, click off your guy.
Okay.
What the heck? It says shells. What?
Maybe it's just visually displaying them when they're not actually there.
No, because it also should... Hold on. Because it should take away the visual, too. I set the code to do that. Wait. So it says your shell 0, but why does it say... Okay. There we go.
Alright.
We fixed
So
it.
I'm gonna fire into the crowd indiscriminately.
As any
Oh,
good
As
assassin
any
would.
assassin would. I'm not an assassin. I'm a hunter.
True. My bad.
What?
Oh, baby.
Whoa there.
That's what? That's
Got him.
I'm going to
That's- oh,
reload
God.
and also that full
Thrill-
axe.
That was that was a thrilling kill.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah. Also, listen, I always just, for some reason, I always imagine Antal's gun as just being Lucian's gun, and like right there, that was him using the pew, the one that goes through
Line shot.
the minion. Yeah.
Mm.
What? No, the Q.
All right.
That Antal's actually good.
Yeah, like down,
Shadow Flame Convoker will go.
Got
He
him.
will summon a Shadow Ghoul because he is next to a fire at the beginning of his turn. And then he will Shroud in Shadow. Very good. Bless you.
Ugh.
He's popped.
Ugh.
Text is green, but it is a shield, as you can see. And then the red boys will go. Full move here. Move. And full move, so 2 of these guys get to attack. And they will go ahead and Dark Claw Marcus.
Oh, AOL right here.
Yeah, Dark Claw. Got him. And that's all those boys. And it's Kit's turn.
Wow, those were some attack rolls.
No.
Those were some attacks.
My thing's all glitchy. Alright.
Fight through the lag
Big-
to pop off.
Big move. You like that big move? Alright.
This is what we broke him out of jail for.
Oh, I can't use any of my abilities. You know, like glitch I used to have with like the selection thing.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's like back in
Sucks.
full force.
Damn, dude.
Fuck. Come on. I guess we're gonna try to. I can't even wing it. All right, let me try this. Oh, this is not gonna work. Okay. You got me fire burning, dance floor.
Oh my god, he's already.
Got me fire burning on the dance floor. Should have called 911. Wait. Oh. 5 burn on the dance floor.
Here we go.
Get the fire burning.
I want to see it.
Oh no, we're running out, boys.
What are we running out of? I don't know what you're.
That was the misclick. I guess one.
Oh, cantrip snap!
Oh yes, CVS. He's popping off.
No, we're out. We need a miracle.
We need a miracle.
I have. What do I have? Oh, if I run out, hold on.
Wait, you hit the air thing. You may cast a.
Yeah, I got one more. I have 7. I have 2 more surges left. Okay. We can do this.
Let's go.
We can do it.
Well, you get paid the big bucks.
I don't even know what my A3 does, but
You know,
It's your super one.
you don't need that. I need it. That's all I can do. I need one more. Yikes. Alright, that's it, I guess.
All right, looks like you got 5 shots. Your 1 mana burn targets 5 guys.
But aren't these guys considered minions? I
Yes.
failed my team.
I mean, you can move before you do all this if you want to like get in
I
raid.
already moved. Sorry, team.
I mean, hey, you're still in range of you're not in range of the Reapers.
Nope. Sorry, team.
What happened?
I was too far away.
What do you mean they're right there?
I can attack the ghouls, but it just feels like a waste.
Well, you already did it.
would you like to attack something or just sit there being angry?
Wait, I can attack. What? How many times do I attack them?
Wait, who is he trying to attack?
You get 5.
Can't he
5
attack
times
all of
with
the ghouls
4
and the
people?
Reaper?
No, I can't attack the Reaper. He's out of range.
Okay. You could have attacked the Reaper though, right?
That's just 100 damage.
You just
All right.
lightning bolted? You didn't even mana burn?
wait, what?
How
Wait,
all of that you didn't even...
wait, is that gonna charge up for next time?
Wait, I can't. Oh my god, I didn't mana burn. Well,
It didn't even
hold on.
matter.
It didn't even
Hold
matter.
on.
He just killed all of them.
Hold on. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna go to Kit. Hold on. We're gonna click off your character. We're gonna click off your character. Alright. We're gonna go into Kit. We're gonna reduce your damage by 100, because that's nice. It was exactly 100.
That's not fair.
And then just mana burn them, because it'll do more damage, I'm sure.
You know, all right. We can try. We can try Matt's way.
I'm also pretty sure that you could have moved, like in such
Yes.
a way that you do hit the
Oh!
No, dude, you have 5 of them. You have 1 extra. You have 5 of them.
Wait.
This is how you actually optimize your damage.
What was that?
Also,
What was that
yes,
like?
If you
Why don't I just lightning bolt every turn?
What was that
They're
moan
minions.
from James that like rose up into a crescendo?
also, yeah, if you walk to this square, which you could reach, you could have hit the Reaper. But I understand wanting to move to there because that makes you less dead. Although it does also mean that you're not part of the mana pool.
So,
Hey, you know what? 4 kills. Let's rack those up.
41
41
pretty great.
I feel
Look at
dirty.
that.
Like not in a
41
good
damage
way.
5 times. It's kind of crazy.
Let's get him.
Oh shoot, that wasn't even glorious because the glorious got used on lightning bolt and I didn't reapply it.
My bad, James. I messed that up.
My glorious didn't go onto your damage counter.
No.
I'm sorry, James.
I'm gonna go first, but I'll talk to you Sunday morning.
See
Okay.
you, dude.
Sounds good, dude. We'll see you Sunday morning.
I failed everyone.
The Suns will remember that.
The Suns will remember that.
I blame
They
the
actually
enemies.
just don't care. It's fine.
I should have just charged up the turn and like moved and then just lightning bolted, and then next turn I could have got the extra.
We're learning, you know.
Yeah.
Forgot to do that.
I mean, the lightning bolt would have got applied. I mean, I guess I could have just moved and not lightning bolted.
Lightning bolt wouldn't have hit all of them anyways.
I'd have to get point blank for it to like hit them. That's how it
Even then,
works.
You couldn't hit all 4 of them.
I could hit 3.
Yeah, you would only been able to hit 3.
Yeah.
Better.
It's still 41 damage 5 times. It's still very impressive.
Give me non-minions clumps.
Yeah, you want the non-minions?
I just think it's an unfair that
Alright,
I have to kill minions like that.
I'm gonna run up here so I complete the
Super unfair,
the
dude.
maniple and keep Kit in the good zone.
Yeah, give me that region. That stuff's nice. Good.
Don't worry, I'm giving you the region.
Yeah, give me the region.
I'm also just gonna give him that. This too.
Give me the good.
Because he didn't actually do as much damage as I was expecting. I was expecting him to be like half health when my turn started, to be honest.
Yeah, no
What?
blood magic.
You can only use blood magic once per turn.
Oh,
I thought blood magic was like 10% of your max health.
It's 20.
Well, what the hell?
he lost
Yeah, I think that's
14
what-
health.
Remember, I put a shield on him.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
That's what it was. It was the
Forbidden shield magic.
Like 20%? Jeez.
Alright,
I'm not
well,
sure about that
you
ability.
have regen. Okay, I'm done.
Sure, think about it.
That ability is probably still too strong. Let me just say
Kit
that.
unsure of his ability.
So let's just leave it at that.
Oh, right. Vetra's got to go.
That's at a
Yeah.
nice.
Um,
That's at 25%.
Can I apply a debuff to multiple minions with any of my abilities? Like the Spoils of War do that?
The Spoils of War, it does not, because remember now only basic attacks hit tons of minions.
Okay.
But actually, if you Blight Blade, it does, because that will apply poison to all the minions.
Okay. So, and that's a minor? Wait.
Blight Blade is actually a swift.
Flip is that?
Your next attack gets advantage and applies poisoned and condemned.
Okay. So basic attack with Kusanagi.
Ooh, I feel like minions tend to have less health per level than other dudes, so poison might mess them up. I don't know, or maybe they're just a bunch of level 1 dudes.
Oh yeah.
And of course she wants the kills now rather than later. So exploit weakness.
Exploit.
Which is a basic attack, right?
Yeah.
So I can do that to multiple? Okay.
Yep, you can hit all 3 of them. Yep. Oh yeah. Wow, it did almost as much damage as their actual basic attack.
Well, that's
High roll.
great for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now the enemies actually get to do some things. Since you guys aren't protected, we will toggle into ranged mode for both of these guys. Ranged mode, and we'll throw some spears at you. Get shadowed.
They'll go into cougar form.
Go into cover. Cool.
Yeah.
Twice. As the Shadow Reaver begins to dig up this grave with his scythe, just kind of like hacking at the ground frantically. Jirash.
Alrighty. I'm up. Let's go.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, Dan, I thought Jeff was at your house.
He just left.
Oh, was he doing computer stuff?
Well, his computer's broken, so he came over here because of that.
Oh, gotcha. Wait, his computer. Oh,
And
sucks.
so if it stays broken, he'll come over Sunday, and we'll try to fix it after D&D.
Hmm.
I'll send good vibes.
Good vibes. All right. I can't pull that guy through the tombstone.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
The tombstone won't block. It's not like a solid thing.
Oh, that's right, because your thing like latches onto an object. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm just going to. I'm just gonna basic attack this one minion. Can't hit the other one. Good damage. And then I will protect the pack on Veteran.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. The Guardian is up. He is going to hit up these guys. Some sheltering of his own. And then he will shadow hook Jirash. Oof. Hate to see it.
I don't know.
Missed.
Personally, I'm a big fan.
Spellclaw is going to come right here. He will minor action wrap in shadows on the suns. Ooh, got him. Got him. Sinister laceration. And because the suns were shadowed, he gets to cast this again. Ooh, good save.
Got him.
Got him. And now the minions are up. This minion is going to scooch around to here. Attack Vetra, which will end up just hitting Jirash. Wow. And then this minion will try and hit Jirash. Finally, we got one.
Minion have a mouth on his belly? Like, I understand he has a mouth that's taking his whole face, but like, is his
Yeah, it's
belly
just like
also a
some
mouth?
wraps.
Okay.
Okay. Quick turn. Oh, I get to gain my ferocity.
Oh, yeah.
Air and body roll. Okay. This is
I
what
will
I
try.
got.
I will try. Let's see. Okay, let's just try. Let's try this. Okay. It has been fixed.
Okay. We're gonna switch to snore.
Snort.
Snoring.
Snore.
We're gonna rumble. I have 15-foot range.
Oh, are you gonna crumble the Guardian?
Oh, you're gonna crumble the Guardian.
Got him.
And then I can hit both these minions, right, with a basic attack.
Correct. Because, yeah, you can ranged hit this guy because the range rules would.
Hey.
All right. You want to shield up? No, not yet. Huzzah! Get rocked. All right, we're done.
All right. Go to this Reaper up here who's just defiling this grave. And the rest of them are just chilling. They're on guard. And Mira's turn. Robert.
Yep. Mira will. Alright, I'll be honest. I don't actually know how Mira works. Despite having played her in a few fights. She'll move up here, and
Yeah, basic attack is pretty safe. You
we'll
know?
not get this guy at all. And minor action, nothing. We're good. Wait, can I
Message-
friendly nip the ghoul for value?
What does friendly nip do again?
No, it cleanses their debuffs. It'll remove the crumble.
It does
Wow!
cleanse their debuffs.
Oh, so new plan. You friendly nip the ghoul in order to remove crumble in order to KS next turn.
Smart.
Wow. All right, and that's the end of the initiative because the other guys are on guard. Oh, actually, I need. Oh yeah,
On guard.
on guard. And we will begin Sunday morning with this encounter.